There's definitely more of a sense of panic when
There we
you
go,
do it
sounds
like
working.
Kermit the Frog.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Minor Illusion, where a bunch of us gamers and university students play Dungeons and Dragons. I call it out because you never play them where you just study all the time.
Who has got the horrible echo before we continue? I think that might be you.
No. You might have the stream up.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't hear an echo.
I don't hear an echo either.
I don't hear an echo either.
I swear I heard an echo.
Well,
Are you doing one of my things where you have like 5 million tabs open?
yes, she does that.
It could potentially just be because I can hear you through the wall.
Well,
Or it could be Twitch clients on your desktop.
Potentially.
oh,
But yeah, singling out the student like that, how dare you? That's discrimination.
I feel discriminated.
I hear an echo for someone's mic.
Oh, now somebody
That's
else
probably
justifies
Justin.
it.
I don't know how it can be me. I've not got any sounds coming through anything else.
You do.
No, I don't.
Right, let's get back on track. Yeah.
Don't blame me for shit.
First of all, apologies for last week. There was an unscheduled interruption due to technical difficulties.
Medical difficulties.
Yeah, technically, me emergency surgery for potential organ failure. That was fun. I am recovering from that. I am in pain. More than usual.
Everybody big on 3, 1, 2, 3. Aww.
What?
You sure bastards.
I just wanted to see if anyone else was going to do it with you, just to fuck with you.
I was also not sure what sort of tone you wanted it all to be in, if you wanted it overly sarcastic or...
I would have taken anything at this point, honestly. You lot would be a shittery instead of freaking pantomime, you know that?
I don't think that was a good
Aww.
But as you can imagine, we've got Get You Back! That way. Dustin's back, everybody.
Hello.
Yes, the whole gang is here, at least half of the original. 8 plus DM. We do have some announcements to go through tonight. Now, because of my absence last week, we didn't run a session, and it was a special session to be mentioned due to one of the societies that we follow, and I'll hand you to Laura. That way.
Thank you, Kennedy Bean. So, as I'm gonna fucking die in my sleep.
Bludgeon you with this
In
hair
real
brush.
life, the game, or both?
Both.
Definitely both.
That's yeah. Every week I manage to somehow Sam Regal it with our unofficial affiliation with the MS Society. Last week would have legit been a serious attempt because last week in the UK was MS Awareness Week, where across the UK many people participated in kilt walks to raise money for not only the MS Society but various other charities throughout the UK to research better treatments, better diagnostics, and potentially a cure towards these diseases and illnesses. I know fine well I joke a lot of the time about my MS and I mask quite a lot of my symptoms, but the reality is it is a difficult thing to manage and to cope with. If you've taken part in a kilt walk over the last week, then awesome, you're an absolute legend. If not, and you want to get involved in another way, there are plenty of other kilt walks that are going to be happening throughout the year. You can go onto mssociety.org.uk to find out how you can get involved in other fundraising activities, or even make a simple donation, or even just research about the condition. The more awareness and the more that people get involved, the better the outcome for people will be in terms of getting things just a better point in science and treatment for people. I know fine well it's never going to be cured in my lifetime, but you never know. The next generation might be more lucky. And with that sentimental bullshit out of the way, back to you, Kidney Bean.
I stand by what they said. So, without further ado, we've been down a week. and we should get back into tonight's session of Dungeons and Dragons with My Religion. Welcome back. I don't know how much you caught that. I think that was dismissed out, but let's just say it has something to do with bees, size, and gravity.
We do not talk about the size of bees in this country nowadays. I swear to fuck, they're huge.
Bees are nice.
Harmless,
Like,
very beneficial. Bumblebees.
They are nice. They are nice when they're little cartoon bumblebees with like the little cartoon smiles, and they just kind of hover like just like bee. I'm a bee. I'm a bee. I'm not going to do anything. But see when they're in my fucking house. And they come in like a fucking jumbo jet, huge as fuck and loud as fuck, right by my ear. That's when I've got a problem.
The only reason why I usher them out of my flat
Because they're
quite
gonna get eaten.
quickly is because of the dogs.
They're
Because
gonna
I'm
eat them.
like, if they put that bee in its mouth, it's going to get stung.
See, that is part of my concern because you know how you know how when people have allergies to bees and they go into anaphylactic shock and their airways close up and they freaking die within about 3 minutes. I've never been stung by a bee, nor have I been stung by a wasp. And so I thought that'll be the way I fucking go out of this world. Just thinking, oh, you know what, they're actually not that bad. Oh, you fucker.
Finally, she
So
shut
yeah,
up. Oh.
I don't want to take that risk. Because people don't know what they're allergic to until they come across it. Think
Right.
about it.
So, Al. Let's try and keep this bit. Well, actually, you know what? Just to add on the comment, I missed my opportunity because it was best at the start of that rant, but I've now increased the potential of encountering passive-aggressive bees in this campaign by tenfold.
What's their AC? I
Problem.
need to know. I found out the AC of a coconut recently. I can know the AC of a bee.
What's the AC of a coconut?
5.
5? So there
I
is a
know.
chance
There's a chance you might
that
miss
an unarmed attack happens.
it. He's just punching like, it moved! So, last time we were in, the party returned to the Silver Wand to find it a burst of flames with a seemingly elderly man inside trying to torch a place on a fire. Concerned with the well-being of recent occupants after who we've now come to know as, here he is, Royola. Mantra entered the building upstairs levels to search around to find her sister. Announced that her sister was actually at the time with Tetsu, who was spending some time clanging and banging, lifting weights, punching faces at the Coliseum. After this ordeal was done and the fire was eased, the party began an investigation and began walking around the town. And then they received a note from somebody to meet at a certain location out on the eastern side of Arcadia. But unable to reach there without going through the gates, the party devised a plan to try and get through, only to incriminate themselves accidentally. Thankfully, with good standing with the government and the city guard, The guards played along, attempted to rest, and then allowed the party to escape. So, venturing in the underground sewers of Arcadia, over the maze of pipes, sewage, with all wonderful smells and grosses, they eventually found their way up into a back alley, spotting an interesting activity. Came to disruption. A disruptive event. There we go. That's the word I wanted. And upon climbing out, you three are met with two individuals.
Oh.
One that stands before you with his arms crossed. You okay there? Is just under 5 foot, quite short, male, with beaten leathers, with a hood, slightly down. Quite young male with long wavy yellow, golden hair, shaved down the side with brown eyes, and a piercing on the ear of the shaven side. You also see coming out of the shadows behind him, about maybe 6.5 foot, black dragonborn, with a ridged head, brown eyes, with pointy, sharp-looking black scales. He's also covering a patch on his left eye. You've entered the wrong neighborhood.
Says who?
This is our turf.
And what
You have a
turf
teacher,
may
that?
this be?
If we're being honest, we're just a wee bit turned around and we just want to go to bed. Can we maybe do this in the morning?
I mean, it does seem funny that someone comes up to us and just thinks that we're invading their turf. Like, would be interested in just taking some space.
I mean, if anything, we're
Yeah.
taking the space underneath your space.
He looks down at your feet.
Or the space between your space.
Where the hell did you come from?
Wouldn't
We'll
you
give
like
you a
to
clue.
know?
Oh, yeah. I'll just let the ladies talk.
So, do I know where I am roughly in the city? Like,
You know
we've
you're
travelled
roughly
quite a
west side.
distance.
Probably the west side, maybe even... If you keep in mind,
East
you've
Coast,
definitely
West
been
Coast.
travelling a lot further west than you guys have ever been in the town. You're not quite sure if you're inside the main city walls or not, but you're definitely on the western side. I'm just going to look for my map. You're definitely western side.
Who do you represent since you're supposedly owning this area?
What's it to you? Who do you represent?
Just a lowly sort of tabaxi here, just wondering.
Ah,
Basic
the
information.
Tabaxi. Mantra, right?
That is correct.
Your reputation
boy.
precedes you. You're the only fucking Tabaxi in this city.
We're screwed.
I
I get
mean,
that a
to be
lot.
fair, you didn't exactly recognise her on sight, so
I don't
Well,
know what a
maybe I didn't know I
Tabaxi
was
looks like.
Tabaxi.
I've never seen a Tabaxi before.
Usually we're more than people can handle.
Well, that must mean you are the mercenary group that works for the government. Are you snooping?
Are you pooping?
Well, you know, his saying kind of goes, snitches get stitches, right?
Indeed.
I like to keep my ears in one place. Why would I believe everything that they say?
You know what? Where's my manners? Ash is your name. He extends his hand towards Mantra.
I'll step forward, shake his hands, and go, so, care to show us around? Tell us
No,
what's going on?
No.
but
Funny guy.
we're aware of your work with handling a certain duke.
Oh?
What of it?
But that's not the problem that we have with you. We have the problem you were dealing with in Ruma.
Rumor.
And what's that?
Was that
Who did
when
we kill?
you got pissed and you ended up losing Sylvia in a box and slept on top of the wardrobe?
He's like looking at it, and he and the Dragonborn just look at each other and just like, what?
Who did we kill?
Gonna tell you
that's
that
when we were
dragon
like
was a
Alveolus.
I'm gonna say that dragon was a pain in the ass. But
Dragon.
because of that, we managed to kick those silken eye motherfuckers out of here. Do you know that Darkreef cartel? That Boris?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah. He was an asshole. Thankfully, he's
Oh,
gone
so
back to his Darkreef masters.
Oh, so you're grateful for what we did. And this is how
No,
you
because
show
you
it?
cost us a lot of money. You know, we were doing something quite nice by bringing them a lot of gunpowder to take to the front to help them try and deal with those undead. So you do owe us quite a bit of cash, by the way.
You're telling me you can't find another buyer for
Wait.
gunpowder?
We own you,
Was it
cat.
yours that loaded the Screaming Mermaid with gunpowder?
No, we procured it, provided the what?
If you're telling us that you put the gunpowder on the Screaming Mermaid, then you owe me replacement clothes.
I heard rumors about that. The Scream remember the gunpowder. That wasn't us.
Gunpowder supplier claims that he didn't put gunpowder onto a ship. Yeah, I believe that.
Well,
Are
I
you-
mean,
are you
from what I've
making-
heard,
are you making
he's
it
talking
as-
about taking the gunpowder from there and bringing it to the mainland, so I don't know why he would ship gunpowder there.
Hmm.
That checks out.
So, you're letting us through, or...
Well,
Your microphone's gubbed.
Aha,
What?
we found the culprits. Did you just pull that out?
Yep.
Is this one orange just came out of the vent? He's sus.
Hello?
Nope.
plug in. It might help. I'll do the same.
I'm amazed, really.
Yeah,
Like-
Justin, I've got a wireless headset now.
Congrats.
So much out of the loops as you are.
I know,
Okay,
right?
plug this in there.
I think I had a wireless headset before Justin despawned for a while.
Yeah.
I think it was just before Justin went off.
He didn't exist for the entire of April, as far as we're concerned.
Yeah, as I said, despawned. Phased out.
Pretty much.
He went off.
See, if we get
It
4
became-
Mondays off,
A random world NPC for 4 weeks.
so does that mean that we all get 4 weeks annual leave on this then? Because
You're about to use your 7th, 8th, and 9th in a few weeks.
yeah, I know. I'm only
What
asking.
about now?
That's
Yeah,
better.
we can
It's
hear
much
you.
better.
Yes. So what were you
Yes.
saying, dude?
So, are you going to let us through, or... Yes, no, it's not a difficult question. You can write it down so you can read it, or you can spell it out, or...
He looks towards the Black Dragonborn behind him.
So, you're procuring arms. Who is it you work for again? I ain't gonna snitch.
Dragball just shrugs and says, may as well tell him. Syndicate.
The Syndicate, what
The
one?
Wastrel Syndicate. We work on their behalf.
Now, out of character,
That is
do I
one
know
of the
what one that
5.
is?
That is the one that's in charge of that does a lot of smuggling throughout the moon world.
And what's the one we were meeting with?
Darkweave.
Or supposed to be? Darkweave.
The Austral Syndicate is the Black Hand,
Well done.
and the Dark Weave Cartel are the Silicon Eye, Erebos Darkweave's group.
And what's the one that I stole the thing from in the background? In my backstory? Darkweave.
Yep, Drow, Silken, Webs. It all comes together.
And what's the one that's after Van Zandt stuff?
The
Ruby Cartel.
The Ruby Cartel, the Cardinal Eye.
So yours coexists, but don't particularly like the Darkweave, correct?
Well, we supplied them, they were supposed to pay us, and then they lost it all.
And how is
Probably
that our
because they,
problem?
sort of got a bit of a problem with you. But here's the thing, one of you have to pay up.
Pay up for what? I don't even know what
Your
you supplied them with.
Why?
Darkweave were going to bring the gunpowder. They had the resources to bring it there to the front line because they had the routes, which we couldn't because they closed down most of the trade routes. The only other direct route to Koloff City is through the mountains, and no one likes trekking through that.
So?
That might be a
My
place I
deepest
might go
sympathies,
later.
but how is this relevant to us?
Aren't you the ones that blew up that cave?
Aren't you the ones that blew up
No.
that ship?
I
Yeah.
believe a dragon blew up the cave.
Yep.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly, it was green, wasn't it? Big scaly looking thing.
No, it
No,
was
was it
blue.
green?
Was
Ah,
it
yes,
blue?
blue
Yeah,
one.
it was a blue. It was a lightning one, and
No,
it
that was the
decided
ship.
to. It decided
Was it not?
to aim like we killed the blue one after, but it did
Ah.
decide to aim at a barrel and blow up the entire area. I think it missed.
Make a deception check, Mandra.
So many different colours of dragons, it's hard to keep track.
Bad dragons.
Yep.
32.
Nice.
I don't know why I'm checking, I'm definitely not going to meet that. That is a 7. So you're saying the chromatic eye is behind this?
Of course.
Not starter turf war, but yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it would add up, wouldn't it?
Think about
I'm
it.
not saying exactly who it is. I'm just saying what I saw.
That does explain why the Darkweave Cartel and the chromatic eye don't want to cooperate anymore. I mean, rumors, by the way. What the hell happened on that island? Apparently there was another dragon.
There was about 3 dragons.
3? No idea.
A green one, a blue one, and a red one.
Ah, yeah, I forgot about the red one. I started to think that I might be colourblind.
I'm sure the blue one was the only biggest problem you had there. I mean, that's as big as they can
Well,
get before they get hunted down by the dwarves.
Yeah,
See,
probably, to be fair.
You said that,
Probably.
but we sort of woke up to a big green
I
dragon
slap,
snooting
I
our
slap,
faces.
I slap Alphaville. Yeah, probably blue one was probably most dangerous. The green one was a bit of a nightmare, but it was just a really small, sort of young one. It sneaked up on us when we were camping.
Why would the red one go to
Maybe.
the island?
Red one, red one, red one.
Not sure. But, oh well, it's dealt with.
Yes, so you can go knocking on their door for compensation.
Puts his hand on his friend's shoulder as the dragon leans forward and goes, "What's the name of the red one?"
The red one?
The red
Something
dragon?
Straz, I can't remember, They don't always share their names, do they?
I want to say Alexstrasz, but that doesn't sound quite right.
Yeah.
Quit laughing, okay? You said Strauss, you started this.
He turns around away. He just circles a coin in his fingers and begins walking away. And you see the guy in front of you. So go. Good chat. Walks off.
Are you not going to pay us for our information?
Oh boy, here she goes stretching it.
I think at this point, free passage is enough payment, man.
Turns around and goes, "They're free to leave. They're free to leave." And then you hear many footsteps step out behind crates. You see about 2 to 3 dozen individuals with knives and crossbows lower them down and begin to walk off in different directions.
That would have been a fun fight.
I cast message. Nice trick.
I'm just going to look down at Toto and go, when were you going to say something? You've got the keenest senses out of all of us.
Thank you, Wolf has a cold.
Well, we've got a death wish.
Now what
Yeah,
you guys
that
will
too.
do?
But
Shall we head back to the central city?
I'm following if you know the way.
Well, it's towards
That's
the
my-
east.
Well, let's go east then.
And before you go, what way's east? Or you start walking the wrong way and I just grab your arm and go this way.
Okay, I'll follow.
Andrew, you believe you guys are probably on the northwest side of the city centre.
Okay.
And I'll drop that in Gunflap when I reopen Discord. Oh, that's not Discord, that's Wild Talent. Wild Tal. Speak of, I might restart my sub to play Classic until Dragonflight comes out. But I'm probably not going to play as seriously as you used to.
That's fair.
So you say
Yeah, I'm
that
definitely
now.
not returning to that guild. Even though I'm not allowed to, because apparently I can get kicked out even though after I unsubscribe and leave. Sorry. Oh, Jesus
See, you
Christ.
say that you're not going to go back seriously, but we both know that one casual game leads to a casual dungeon. And before we know it, we're stuck on the chair, eating Cheetos, drinking Mountain Dew, becoming the
Can't do that
meme from
anymore, you know
fucking
that.
South Park.
Drinking water from now on.
You know I can't
I mean,
do
I
that
know
anymore.
what I do. I
Yeah.
do like 30 dungeons a week. I don't have a problem.
I know you don't have a problem.
There you go, there's your map again. You
So,
are
Mintra,
in
lead the way.
Hmm?
I would like to see my bed
Tetsu.
somewhere. Night.
You've eventually made it back into the merchant square, down to where the smouldering stack of smoke is coming up from. With Nick at your side.
Okay.
Ah, I was sleeping here. The hell?
Your guess is as good as mine. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I didn't know because I can't tell if I'm on mute on this side or not with my button.
That's fair.
Nah, you're good.
You guys are staying at... Shit.
Oh, come on, it's not that bad a place.
No, I've actually not got the name of the place anymore. Do you guys remember where you're staying?
Nope.
You won't. You won't
Nope.
remember.
No. Nowhere.
I mean, where I was staying got burnt down.
Yeah, but you guys booked new rooms, remember?
Oh yeah, we got like
I had it written
Yeah,
down.
with the... Yeah, it was with the, what do you call it, the really busy bartender that messed up someone's order.
Ah, yes.
Like
they
the
like
bubbling...
the boat one. The boat one.
The stuffy ship.
Yes.
Stuffy
Yes.
ship.
Stuffy shit.
Was it?
Yes.
We're calling it
From
that
now on,
now,
it
it's
is.
under new management.
No, you were supposed to go to the yellow thicket, that's right. But you're in the stuffy ship, okay. And she turns around, grabs your wrist and says, I believe your friends were staying at the stuffy ship.
Thank
Squeezes
you.
your wrist a little bit, and then turns and runs northward.
Take
Who
care.
was that?
Next.
You don't like her hanging out with the party, do you?
She's not supposed to be a main character.
Too bad we fucking adopted her. Like Nebula.
Glad
We
to
Sorry,
did.
I'll kill her off soon.
No.
No.
end the fight with
Don't
Mantra.
you-
A stray dagger goes amiss. Mantra kills her own
No.
sister.
Please don't spoil the end of the campaign.
Emotional trauma that would give.
Hasn't she had enough
Don't kill my
emotional
playmate.
damage as it is?
Yeah, don't kill my toy. It's bad.
But what I'm doing with Mantra is meant to be her passing through all of the stages of all the trauma that she's reached
Oh dear.
and recovering.
Oh dear.
Okay. I'm just gonna start looking for the inn, she said.
Okay. So you begin looking around, you ask around for somebody. They give you an indication that it's probably closer towards the market area. And you head in that general direction. Where's the party heading? You heading back to the stuffy ship as well?
Pretty much.
Okay, so-
Slate on. The guards might be after us, though, so I'm not 100% sure if we would head straight there. We'd probably go a couple of streets away and then keep an eye out. Find
I mean,
a test guard and walk past them to see if they say anything. After
Yeah.
I go,
I think-
hey.
The guard looks at you. Oh, it's weird. It's sort of look. And he just doesn't seem to bat an eyelid. So you get there first. So you come across. Rereading all this again. Nice wooden establishment, quite busy, with the bar off to the left as soon as you enter. Lots of tables with lots of seats, lots of patrons, all in drinking. It's a little bit quieter than what you would normally see because it is pretty late. But you see more people leaving than are coming in.
I'm muted now.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, you're
okay.
muted now.
There we go. So, what was the name of this place again?
The stuffy ship. I don't have the bartender's name anymore. Back on.
Call him John.
See,
As
this
long
is
as
why
it's-
you need like a Patreon so for people to send you names and then you just use those names.
As long as it's not James, I don't care.
I mean, to be
Probably
fair, we've already
people
used James for
somewhere.
a fisherman James, and we're waiting for him to come back.
That is the reference, Luna. That is the actual reference and why he's saying that.
Cool. I'm just gonna go up to the bar.
And you see a very, very busy human female. No, sorry, dwarven. It was dwarven. I remember that. Oh, I might actually have the thing here. 1 second.
The thing.
That thing.
The thing with the thing on top of the thing.
Thingamajig.
Yeah, that.
And the whatchamacallit.
The thingamajig, it does a thing to show what a thingy is.
I have an innkeeper somewhere.
Patricia.
I have
Design
2
round.
innkeepers. I'm gonna assume it's this one. You look over to see an extremely long silver-haired woman with green eyes, pushing late 50s, and she seems to be flabbergastedly trying to keep ahead of, we'll call it the curve, when regarding to the requests being made. Gives you the gesture of 1 moment, and she rolls up a time card, pops it down, and another one, and she turns them both around, and she takes some coin off them, and you see these 2 large fists grab these 2 time cards and walk away, as a Goliath takes his seat across the other side of the room. He says, "What can I do for you?"
A room and a drink. That's about it.
I'm all out of rooms.
We've already booked his room.
He doesn't know that though.
I don't know that though.
Yep, I know.
Okay, then I'll just take a stiff drink.
What do you like?
What you got?
I don't know drink rules. When you're drinking rules.
Oh yes.
I literally had the spreadsheet here. Where's it gone? There it is.
That's what happens when I'm near enough away from
Troll's
him.
piss.
I'm
Well,
not
we've got
fucking
wines,
drinking
I've
that
got ales, we've got liquors. What do you prefer?
Let's go for an ale.
An ale? Blue Vulture Hard Cider.
I'm down
Want
with
a
that.
gallon or a pint?
How fucked up that would be.
How bruised are you?
Go big.
Probably quite. Yeah, he's probably gonna go for a gallon.
Gallon? Silver
Go
and
big,
7
go
copper,
home.
please.
He passes over.
Perfect. Many meal with that? Will we close up the kitchen soon?
Yeah, just whatever's fast and easy. I don't care.
Well, we got deep fried beef strips, scallop chowder, braised rabbit iceberg salad, pan-seared pork.
We'll just go for the pork.
The pork, 2 gold and 2 silver.
Hands over.
Perfect. They'll be with you in a moment.
Go.
And she pulls out that equally sized tankard again. And fills it up. She turns it towards you and pulls it there. And she turns away and continues to walk
Thank
ahead.
you.
As you
Okay.
turn around, you are greeted with a tabaxi, a dacimer, and a human.
Hey.
Hello there.
And a wolf.
Was wondering where you've been.
Punching shit. Training.
Did you not run over to see what the explosion was?
Well, I saw somewhere on fire, but, well, the remains of it didn't bother me.
Yes. That was a fun fight.
Was a good
That's
tavern.
definitely interesting.
I hope they rebuild it fast.
Oh,
I mean, the
definitely.
drinks were a bit overpriced, but they gave good massages.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
looking forward to my massage, especially
Yeah, I
after he's hyped it up.
I think I'm going to help tomorrow or something. Just speed things up.
Are you feeling okay about that? For what you're actually trying to be useful?
Yes, very useful.
I cast
I feel
message,
committed to that place.
and I'll message you with something that I'll just put in a DM because the other people don't hear
Okay.
it.
I'm presuming you're talking to me there.
Yes.
The DM is
I
rolling
guessed.
dice.
I guessed.
2 episodes ago, you should watch it.
I'm just watching for Tetsu's reaction as I say this second part.
That makes sense. And he says that out loud.
There I go. So yes, it's a massage place. You get a good massage there. Well, we
Yes.
did before it burnt down.
Massage.
No. Really, a massage?
Why are you doing that in air quotes?
I don't know. The lovely lady that gave me a massage was actually really good at it.
I hope she got out of there okay.
And then I
I didn't see her.
But-
I did look.
bend over to Mantra. And so did your sis. Bend back.
I'm tempted to do an unarmed backhanded botwang.
What? And a what?
Unarmed, backhanded botwang, I love it.
She wants to backhand your balls, mate.
Oh, it's full of
No
plates.
claws this
You're
time.
getting a
No
nut
claws.
sack.
It's plates.
No claws. But you're gonna feel the
Didn't save you
impact.
last time.
It's all plate. All plate now. I've learned my
Last time it was
lesson.
claws through it. But I probably missed because that's. Do I get to DM first? I'll ask nicely.
Yeah, go ahead if you want to smack him in the balls, go for it.
16 to hit.
So,
Didn't think so.
Banzan, you just hear this. Bang.
You want some action too?
I think we've worked out Mantra isn't into our kind, mate.
That's what you say. I know better.
So what are we all going to do tonight? Oh,
Sleep?
as you're down, a plate comes along with a pan-seared pork with some ginger marinade, served with Kiona and beet greens, and it's placed on the table in front of you. Tetsu. Kitchen's closed! She
I
turns
turn
away.
around and I grab Toto to say, leave it.
The dog tries to touch my food, there's going to be issues.
Go ahead and I'll tear out one of the rations and just be like, here boy, sit next to me. Slam, nibble off a ration.
Anything else?
Tetsu just gets stuck in on his
Just
food and
gonna eat and then
Right on.
everybody gonna go to bed?
I think that'd probably be the best
It
course of
is.
action.
Pushing that
I'm
full
going to
end
say to
already.
people that I don't know if it's best taking sort of split turns resting in case the guards come back. Because we know where we are staying.
I think everybody knows where we're staying.
Yeah. Especially with my phone going off like that.
do-do-do,
Yeah.
do-do-do.
So, yes. Everybody has his own room, I guess, or do we all share a room, or what was it again? Two in a room, or
Yeah, I've actually forgotten.
You've got 4 individual rooms. One of you has 2 sets of keys, however.
I think it was me. I was carrying another set.
Yeah, you must have been carrying
Um,
Tetsu's key.
Yeah. I just turn around and, oh yeah, Tetsu! And I throw keys at him.
I catch him. Because don't monk reflexes.
Fair.
Perfect. Are you guys just
Uh,
want to turn in for the night and get your long rest, or
yes? yeah.
I think it's probably best catching Tetsu up as to what's happened first. So I'll just glance around and I'll go, meet you in my room in about 5, and then I'll cast message and tell Tetsu the room number. The other people saw the room, so they know what room it is.
He just nods. So 5 minutes later.
Head off.
5 minutes
Yep,
later.
5 minutes later.
I'm going to my
just
I'm going to my room and barricade the door from the inside.
I just
won't
briefly
sleep on my
say
weapon.
exactly what's happened. I explain us getting arrested. I explain the mix-up we had of the two different criminal groups. Sort of thinking one was the other one for some reason, and then I tell them. So as a result, we should probably be on a bit of alert this tonight. Probably okay to just have a normal rest because it's a different set of guards. It's the one that manages the border as opposed to the actual city ones. However, if anything happens, go freely unless I message otherwise.
Okay.
I should be able to reach us all, so... yeah, I think that about wraps it up. Might be worth locking your door tonight, though. Just maybe put a chair against it
Fair.
and something in front of the window.
No worries. And if that is all, he then pisses off to his room.
I'll be snoring.
So everybody sleeps.
My dragon is
Yes.
taking guard in my room.
I try to tell Sylvia to stay awake, and then I give her a cuddle, and she probably falls asleep.
I'll go ahead, draw the curtains, lock the door, put a chair underneath the door handle, keep it firmly closed, and no doubt turn around to see Toto passed out on my bed.
Just sounds
I'm
perfectly
sleeping
about right.
on my sword.
Tetsu, can I get you to make 2 constitution saving throws, please?
Okay.
Actually,
Let's
no,
use-
sorry. With that amount you're having, I take it you finished the whole thing.
Oh yeah, he would have finished all of it.
One moment.
Uh-oh.
Like, I'm not even going to try
Jesus.
to deny.
Christ. Okay,
How many d20s do I need?
Oh,
I'm going to say it's just a small keg, so with that, I need you to do 82.
What?
You're beyond D20s now.
I wonder, can you get a D40? D60?
D100. Start rolling those.
A D100s do
well, mind you,
exist.
you're
I
immune
mean,
to
you did
poison,
say a
aren't you?
gallon.
Give me a second, I'll get d20s.
You did say
Many
gallon,
D20s.
so a gallon's almost like 5 litres, so...
A gallon? 5 litres? Yeah, I've picked a gallon as a small keg, which is 41 pints, and you have 2 rounds of saves.
41
with
pints.
4 per pint is the rules that I've got here. So, we'll
Just
say you
casually
drank
drinking
most
40
of it, but
pints.
not all of it.
Okay. Means I've got more for later.
Do you want to go ahead and give
Ouch.
me your first free?
Okay, first 3. Let's use that, and that one. All 3 new dices. Okay, con save, yeah?
And before 3 natural ones.
Okay, so first one is a 14, second one is a 16, and the third one is a 17.
That's fine. Your next free.
Ooh.
Uh, 16, 18, and 15.
Perfect. You have your
15.
first level of inebriation. You have disadvantage on persuasion and deception checks, but you have advantage against saves against frighten.
Okay.
Because you're stupid drunk.
Much courage.
Yep. Exactly.
And give me 4 more.
Okay, give me a second. And advantage against fear, yeah?
I'll track this for you.
Cool.
Depends on. I'll let you know how it works when it comes to no longer being drunk anymore.
So how many more this time?
4 more.
4.
Okay, let's use...
So let's see if you can get to stage 5 before you go to sleep.
Okay, so there is a nat 1 and an 8 there, so the
In
8
what
is a
order?
10.
Alright.
Probably the nat 1 first, we'll say, because I just rolled them
Right,
all at the
so
same
1
time.
and 8, so 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
6 is 18 and a 14.
They're all fails.
Ooh.
Even an 18.
Your DC at that point came
The
19.
DC.
Okay.
Yeah, the DC gets harder each drink you have.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's harder and harder to resist alcohol. So you have disadvantages on all ability checks, and I want you to roll your hit die, please. So that's your D8.
Is this going to be temporary hit points?
4.
4, you gain 4 temporary hit points.
Yes.
You also now have disadvantage on all saving throws, and you can no longer use dash or move more than 10 feet in the same direction.
Oh, that's bullshit.
You have a disadvantage
What-
on
what
attack
if-
rolls, but you gain resistant to all damage.
Drunken monk.
Now, I need you to make another con save because you hit level 5.
So you can't move more than 10 foot in a one sort of direction.
Which means you
on
have
your
to
turn.
zigzag.
But what if you have 80-foot walking speeds?
So you go 10 that way, then you go 10 that way, then you go 10 that way, then 10 that way, then 10 that way.
Oh, so 10 at a time.
Yeah,
So that one was a nat 20, so being for 22.
you save, okay. You do not fall unconscious.
Aww.
However,
For now.
all your skill checks, including attack rolls and saving throws, your D20 plus your modifier can no longer exceed 10 while affected at this stage. But, because you're having a long rest now, and you're able to, not since you didn't fall unconscious, after 8 hours of resting, your inhibitions are all gone. And so are yours, Alvor,
Aw.
and yours, Mantra.
Too bad.
You've sobered up, but you got hard drunk last night.
I'm down with that.
I've still got plenty of brandy left.
You've got a flask.
Hmm?
Tessie does. He's got a flask that
You
can be
said
filled
he-
with alcohol. You can choose whatever day you want that to fill up with.
I'm down with that.
Remember, you picked up your
I know.
cool. So, during the night, Alvor,
Yes.
you awaken, but you find no bed, no Toto, no room, nothing. But
Ah, bollocks.
you hear a deafening hum. You hear drips. As you move to stand up, you feel flesh underneath you. And as you look down, you see the maws of teeth and eyes of the star-spawn creatures. Just everywhere. And then the sky around you has a slight purple twirl towards it. And then you see what looks like eyes blinking at you from afar. You abandoned me.
What the
Yet
fuck?
I didn't abandon you. Do not lose me again.
What?
You
did you-
shoot up awake, sweating. And as you instinctively clutch your hands, you then notice that suddenly you find a familiar dagger in your hand.
Oh, fuck off! Not this thing again.
Mm, mm, mm. It is back.
I mean, we might not recognise the dagger straight away when we see it. If you show it.
I'm just going to get up as calmly as I can, put it in the furthest drawer away from the bed. Close the drawer
Don't think it's going to like that.
and go back to bed. And just grab Toto for dear life and just cling on to him. And just be like,
I've re-added your weapon back into your inventory.
no, I don't want the weapon.
So, Albivore, I'll let you to make a wisdom saving throw as you open and begin to push the blade into the drawer.
That is 9. Fuck.
You
Shit.
just look at the blade as you try to put it in, and your arm freezes in place. You just bring it up to you and you stroke it a little bit and look it over. And then slip it underneath your pillow. And then lie down and think, I'm tired. Getting that you did not want that weapon in your possession.
Okay. As long as I'm going back to bed, that's the main thing. I'm still clutching Toto for dear life, though.
You okay there, Doom?
Yes.
Your CPU seems to be struggling.
Yes.
I got a little
CPU
alert.
struggling? Oh yeah, you can see that shit.
Yeah. I'll dial down the codec a little bit.
Don't even think about looking at mine. I know well I've got way too many tabs open for uni.
I'm not doing that. I got a little warning with people's if the stream's the camera thing's causing problems. His is a little bit, but not that bad. Okay, if everybody likes to go ahead and click long rest, and everybody awakens on their own accord. Tetsu, you just take a little bit longer than usual to wake up. That was a hard night you had, but no ill effects. Not this time.
So it's one more day before the fight.
Yep, tomorrow's High Harvestide.
Tomorrow. Okay, so we just woke up. Okay. Tomorrow. Oh. I'm gonna put on my armor, take my shield and my sword, and I'm gonna walk out
Make
the
a
room.
perception check.
Oh, that's a 9. Perception. Where are you? Perception. That's a 19.
19. You have a quick check for a second, and you realise your blade is not where you left it. You panically
under
look
me.
around, and you spot it has just fallen off the bed.
Damn you! Take my blade. Bad blade. Take it. Evil blade. I'll take the blade. Yeah. Hold it. For
Pull
dear
the blade
life.
right in. Yeah, get
Yes.
out.
Fine.
Bar.
Finally. I'm gonna wake up my pet dragon. Get over here. Yeah. You can eat the cat later. But for now, come on.
Does the dragon not look offended when he says he can eat the cat?
It has a perplexed look on its face, that's for certain.
Just like the appetizer. What about the entree?
Some dire wolf or so. I don't know.
So I wonder, who wakes first, Mantra or Silvio? And did Silvio stay up all night?
It's a thing.
Because, familiar.
Mantra,
Mm-hmm.
you begin to start to come to, but you're struggling to breathe.
Well, I probably fell asleep snuggling Silvio, and then Silvio probably moved and sat on my face.
Pretty much there's a lot of fur that's not your fur in your face.
Just reach up. Morning to you too.
So, what do you guys want to do? Got one more day before your hive harvested.
I'd imagine Van Zandt wants to help out with the rebuilding of a certain area.
Yes. Yes. I will rally
Silver
the
spoon or
forces.
something like that.
Yeah, the silver wand. Silver spoon, silver spoon. What's that? I don't spoon, I wand.
So we have a GIF game where as things happen, we try GIF it.
Yes. So when I wake up, I open my door and I knock on every door where I know where my party members are. And I go down, and then I go downstairs. No, I knock hard.
As you come down, you spot Jean Lionsbane, Nis Valadras, and you're on Lightspeak.
Hello.
Ah,
Yes.
morning.
Uh-oh, morning. And I smile. What are you doing here?
Waiting for you,
For me or for the group?
the whole group.
Ah, okay. They're coming. I knocked them awake.
I cast
Come on.
message through the floor and say 5 more minutes to Van Zandt.
Hurry up! Everybody's here. I message back.
I've not even heard a knock at the door. I'm just like, see.
Yeah, the sleepheads. Yeah, they drank too much last night, so.
I mean, part of my issue was from smoke inhalation. No, that was the night
What?
before that.
How are you
No,
all
same.
doing?
That was the same night. That was all one day.
Oofed.
Night before you get
Yeah.
your massage.
Ah, yes, the massage.
I don't think Van Zandt got a massage.
He did.
Hmm. Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
it's
With
someone
sharp,
else
with a
got
sharp
massage.
implement.
It was quite prickly.
Tasty.
His was more brittle.
More unconventional.
Ah, yes. So, why do you need us, if I
Oh.
may ask?
Here to formally discharge you from service.
Discharge us from
Into
service?
the services of my colleague.
I'll
Who?
walk downstairs at this moment. Kind of stretching, so.
Finally, Mantra! Get over here! Please?
So, Nis Valadras steps forward and simply says, on tier day, we will proceed to Galanasari.
Fun! Tier
Well,
day.
the
That's
journey will
Mantra's eyes light up.
The journey won't take long. We'll just get there through travel with plants. So, but I
Oh,
know
it's
there's
after sleep.
a intention to everybody some participation in that tournament tomorrow, which I'll probably find entertaining. And obviously a day for rest, and then we'll head.
I rush
If-
forward and go, are we going directly there? Are you able to get us past the border?
Yeah, we're going
straight to
through the trees
the capital.
again.
We'll be in the
Yeah,
capital by that day.
We're
And
going tree
would
walking.
we not want our heads since we're not elves?
Diplomatic immunity when you're under my protection, for lack of a better term. There's plenty of trees in my realm, I'm sure you know.
Yeah, I know. I've been there. As much as at one of the points where I was there, I was not supposed to be there. I have been there.
Yes. So, did you hear about the fire?
Yes. Must
Is,
speak earlier.
yes, is the place already rebuilt or
No. There's no...
no?
I'm not the one to speak about this.
Why would you wish to go to such rundown?
And to form investigations that looked into the matter and investigate what's happened, I don't think there'll be any rebuild for any time soon.
What?
Besides, there's not many labourers around to rebuild.
I am.
Most able people are on the way to the front. After the Harvestide Festival itself, we'll probably see 1/10 of every able body be leaving the city.
Can't you use mending?
Mending is not complex enough.
Lots of
Spell.
mending then? Okay.
I mean, do they not, in some cities, gather a lot of sorcerers together and they'll
Yeah.
channel some form of ritual to restore some damage? But I don't think that's going to be of the utmost importance for such a
What?
place.
That's the concern is the lack of people to do that with. As I was saying, about 1/10 of the population within the city is going to be leaving, heading north soon.
Okay.
There'll be a conscription right after Harvestide. Once the harvest is complete and the tournament is done, the following day, we'll be sending many new recruits off to war.
And we're going on a diplomatic mission to the
To
Elven
get
Kingdom.
more people in to help us. All of us.
Good idea.
It's become dire. So
I'm sure. Is there not? I'm just trying to think. So I know a lot of Silvio's missions revolved around trying to get other races to accept the possibility of working with the elves before she approached the elves to ask them to try and work with other kingdoms, because she realised how the mindset was.
the Empress was greatly opposed to this. The isolation has been something that we've known for many, many years.
Yes,
not
but the
something we're willing to change.
isolation's also massively reduced relations with foreign nations. I'm sure they've noticed that with their trade agreements getting worse every year.
That's why Gladysire became very self-sufficient. That's why trade is quite rare.
Yeah, let's
Tell
just
me
hope
about it.
they're willing to help. Oh well.
Diplomats only allowed into the lands, and there's a minor exception where you're allowed to travel from one end to the other. But the mountains surrounding the forest are vast and high, and there's an impassable ocean, and into the south a sea, and into the southeast the Dominion, where we have great defences. I don't see any way my mother or anyone are willing to help when they are so well protected.
Yeah, but they should know they can be well protected, but when the entire world is overrun,
Well, we were already with discussions with them, with Silvio, about helping Dosh with the undead.
When I was last there was no plans to ever help Dosh. They felt Dosh was helping turn her sisters and brothers in Alaria.
Yeah, well, let's give it our best and hope they'll help. Otherwise,
It becomes dire.
Well, hopefully we can achieve where she left off.
yeah.
Yes,
And
you have my back
what
in this one, so
what
I
if
mean,
they refuse?
and I demand to know the reason behind ignorance of our survival. And if not, if you can't do anything to change my people's mind, then I'll do work elsewhere.
Okay.
I have an idea. Do we know of any cartographers? I don't know if it's probably unwise tasking you with the idea of obtaining this map, but are there any trusted cartographers within the upper sort of councils that would be good at drawing a war map? I turn around to John.
We already have war maps at our disposal. Or what do you mean?
Yes, well, I'd be after a hypothetical one. So, say Dosh was to completely fall, say the High Elves were to fall, and every area around Glanasari were to be overrun with the undead. Could we draw up a map of that scenario, explaining how they won't be able to guard every single one of their borders if other nations were to fall?
Oh, so like a before and after book. Oh, that's a good idea.
Because I believe that might be beneficial from a military standpoint for
We looked at this scenario, the only way in that doesn't involve body of water is through.
but they have dragons.
Undead
Perhaps.
dragon. No, they have.
They have
undead
multiple
dragon.
dragons now.
Yeah, they're hunting
We saw
other
a vision.
dragons.
Yes, we saw a vision.
Yeah.
They have multiple undead dragons.
I sent word to Bahamut's temple.
The Ocean Belt Pass is easily defended. I wouldn't see them worrying about losing that there, and a dragon can only do so much.
Yes,
We
but what
have
if 15 dragons came over the edge of a mountain where it's not defended?
Then we'll do what we must.
So this is why I'm asking if it's possible to draw up a map that suggests this possible situation, to say, to further elaborate why having greater relations with your neighbouring nations is beneficial for your own defence. Because if they don't do that, then they're endangering their own people.
This is the problem. To the south, you have the Dominion, who have been an enemy of Glasgow for a long time. To the north, you have the Savant Empire, with their sky cities. They're not even a possible target for the undead, and there's not somewhere they can even get to without crossing the ocean, and unless the undead begin building ships, it'd be impossible. And then to the
I've seen
east,
them do.
the Covenant. Again, the pass to the Ten Silver Falls is closed. Nothing can get through there, and even if the undead were somehow on that side of the world, they would not be able to cross. Glanasari strategically is the most safe and secure land in the world, with only 2 land borders that does not stretch more than 1 mile apart in width. which is the Dominion and the Savannah Empire. Two empires that do not want to wage war with us. The only place it is danger is the pass between Oshenbell and Saru. That pass here is a mile across, wide, easily defendable.
Easily. Mm-hmm.
It's rough terrain. Trails, even undead would struggle.
Yes.
But
Oh
I
well.
trained a lot in rough terrain. With enough practice, a lot of people can just pass through at normal speeds.
We'll see.
I mean, we can probably create the map for you, but that could be seen more.
We don't need to use it. Well, that is a good point, but I'm thinking we don't need to use it, but it could be beneficial to have the hypothetical. Because the places to the east could still be in danger to the places to our west, our far west.
I don't doubt it. I really don't.
Well, we first have to see what they say before we convince them.
We'll make the time and place arrangement for our departure. Would you like to meet me at the North Gate at dawn on Thursday?
Dawn on Tuesday.
Okay. So that's
3
days from now. 2 days from now.
2 nights after High Harvest start. So 2 nights. So this
Okay.
High Harvest start is day 0, Cell Day is day 1, Tier Day is day 2.
Okay, second day.
I turn around to Nice and I say, I don't know how often you travel back and forth or if you're planning on heading here earlier, but if possible, can you see that, even if it's when we go there, I know you've got better sort of diplomatic ways of wording things, but can you confirm what standing Silvio had with them? Or still has, what their public opinion is?
She's still a respected diplomat. She still helped in a lot of matters, especially with the armistice with the Dominion. But she's never has been in favour, especially with her marital ties or budding thereof.
Me.
My
Yes,
people became xenophobic. Extremely. Ever since the wars of Tiamat.
Okay.
So, do you think that when I'm there, I'll probably not be?
At this
I'll
one,
probably be liked less than other people here.
if anything, you'll probably be more hailed as a hero, bringing back one of the heirs to the only living heir to the throne, as far as I'm aware.
That's
Okay.
also a good starting point.
But we do need to confront my mother.
In time.
May I ask, if it does become a problem, you wouldn't hesitate, would you?
What, with your mother?
Mhm.
Well, if she did this to you, then no.
What are we talking about?
And if what I've heard about her approach with the diplomats and any possible involvement with Silvio's death, then definitely no. And it would be harder to restrain myself.
Good.
Are we talking about killing?
Euron goes, that's a discussion of something which we probably would not want to discuss here.
Mm-hmm.
Something probably discussed on the road between you all, and something that we do not want to have parley in.
Me
So
neither.
much as discussing or planning is a crime.
We're
That one
planning.
I do.
This is
That
now
one I
around
do through
planning.
message to. Yeah, that's what as I do to message to Van Zandt. Even planning or discussing overthrowing the leader of a throne is a crime. Is a crime.
Oh. Okay.
Not have got experience.
I know.
So Yeren looks a little bit awkward, but as you're aware, I do not condone it. But I have put men to death.
We will try our best to avoid any physical conflicts with any royals or any guards therefore much.
If you plan
Yes.
on doing this, we will need to disavow you. Because we cannot be seen politically involved if that is something you wish to do.
Oh, we will not do
I
it.
agree. Don't mind me, it's just completely we could not be
It will
involved.
not be a problem.
No.
Is it? How likely is this supposed to be?
I'll just say it will be handled and it's not a problem.
Wasn't me.
Then the best thing for us to do is come Jan Day, the day after your departure, we formally declare you as renegades for high treason. Which means you will not be able to return to Arcadia for quite some time.
Why would you accuse us of a crime we will not commit?
Because if we publicly disavow you, it could avert war between us and Glanasari. Because you're publicly seen working for us.
Okay.
So I don't need to buy property in Arcadia. Okay. No, damn it.
I
Speak
own
of property,
here.
speak of property, I have accommodation for you all to have once you return. It's a lot of work, but we're working on that for you. I also heard a rumor that you bought a. Try to remember, you just said it.
She did. Or
Yes, I bought an
or-
estate.
I don't know.
Interesting. Because I've also bought one for you all. It's under your name.
Even better.
We'll seize it
Intriguing.
under the terms of the treason, but it will not be leased to anybody. Me and Yaron will
Well,
see that.
the property I bought, I had intent of converting for some use.
When do you get the keys?
Is it not next week?
Long after you guys have left.
Yep, after we leave,
Oh.
sadly. So I would have to appoint someone to grab the keys for me. I need someone
yes.
trustworthy to run a business.
Write me a letter, and I'll acquire it and hold it in your name, and I'll claim it as seized assets.
I believe I was given a floor map, the floor plans. So I'll draw out what work requires done, and you will be able to bill it to my bank account.
I'll purchase
Any
it,
price.
and then I'll seize it. That way, when we conveniently lift your charge, but I won't lie to you, incriminating you all would result in potential bounties.
Oh boy, here we go again. Make them high enough. No, low enough. One gold or so.
They'll be
If they
modest,
don't make the bounties.
but we'll keep.
Not
We'll be
always.
very impartial in the advice we give.
One copper.
But I expect you will return, and we'll have a full pardon for you.
A full pardon. That sounds interesting.
Enjoy your day.
You too. I'll see you tomorrow.
All three of them begin leaving.
Well, bye then.
I'm sure a crime in a different region doesn't necessarily reflect as a crime here.
You do get a full pardon. That's fun to work with. Yes.
Yes.
So, one day before the tournament. Mhm. Oh, do we have the meeting tonight?
Yes, we do.
Oh, yes. With the good guys, right?
No comment.
Maybe the good guys. I don't.
I don't know who's eavesdropping, so I'm just like, not saying anything.
The purple, the black, the red. I don't know anymore. So, what are we going to do today? Stroll around the city?
Well, we have all day. I'd like to maybe eye up an area and wander past. Go. I don't know if you have any plans. I think we've pretty much ran out of the touristy stuff to do in the city.
Yes. Indeed.
Might be worth lifting a decent amount of money through roads. Not today, though.
Why?
Well, when we end up travelling to Glenasari Place, it would be useful to carry, maybe 1,000 platinum or something with us so that we can just afford anything that we have to.
Yeah, and if we can't come back to this place, our money will also be seized.
Yes, also, if we're travelling with funds, then the funds aren't seized.
Good idea.
Coin carries weight.
Yes.
That's what a
I
bag
have
of
a-
holding's for.
I have a MasterCard. All is good.
That's also why you would carry platinum as opposed to little coins.
Hi, sir.
Platinum,
I would like to withdraw 10,000 platinum in copper.
That's my card. Fill it up.
And I'd like you to load it into this neat little sling I built.
I'm pretty sure it exceeds the weight of a bag of holding for solid copper.
For copper, I would definitely say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
By this point,
This is-
by the way, Tetsu is still asleep. He's not came down yet.
So, Mantra,
Nor has Alvar.
do we have to wake up those two? Or
Well, I'm pretty sure we might have come down though. I'll cast message
I
to
can hear
first
some of this.
Tetsu and say, "You're not awake yet? We're down here. We've already been issued another mission. We're getting discharged from our current duties. You missed John's lion's brain and his niece. I can't remember the other
And
guy's
you're
name.
the High Cleric of Arcadia.
And the cleric person.
All you hear back is
It might have woke you up.
I don't know.
Free beer?
I've got enough on me. That wouldn't work.
I stole your beer.
Good luck with that.
Uh-oh.
And then I cast message on Toto and say, lick her face and I'll give you some food.
So, no, stop. No, no. What is it?
And then I also message Toto again and say, and check her down.
Also, don't pause.
Okay, I'm getting up. Do you need out? Let me get myself together then. I'll go ahead and just remove the door from or rather the chair from the door and then unlock it. Lock it behind me and then head downstairs.
Just as you walk down the hallway, you see Toto literally just jump over the banister, down on, smashes into a table, and heads straight outside. From Van
I
Zan's
thought
and
Toto would have come here because
Mantras,
I held out a ration.
Mantras and Van Zan's perspective, they just saw a fluff smash, and then out the door.
Put that on our
Did the
bill,
ration
please.
despawn?
And you give it a moment as Alvaro just comes down with a bit of a, I would imagine, and then Toto comes back in, shaking a little bit, and then comes up to you and looks up at you, Mantra.
Passive ration.
Really?
Oh.
You're a greedy
What?
little glutton. So, I'm assuming that there's a reason why you've summoned me.
Yeah, you missed an assignment.
What kind of assignment?
On. It's not Moose Day or anything. I can't remember all the day names.
Tomorrow. Oh, sorry, Tuesday.
No, it's not tomorrow. Tuesday. On Tuesday, we're going to
Mhm.
Glanasari
Right. To do what?
Escort
with
duty.
Nice.
Hmm?
We're going with Nice Villadras.
Isn't the tournament in a couple of days?
The tournament's tomorrow, but I'm talking
Ah.
about Tuesday.
Right, okay, so we're going after the tournament, right? Okay.
Yeah,
That's
we've
Day
got a
fine.
day
off.
rest after tournament.
Right, okay, that's cool then. Remind me again what we're doing though? I'm still kind of confused about what the mission is.
What one? The one that you weren't here for?
Yeah, the one that you just told us that we're doing on Tuesday.
Basically, we're to convince the royalty that's currently there, as in Nisi's mother,
Mm-hmm.
that they should help.
Okay.
Like the elves in general.
Alright. Let's go see. Is the kitchen open?
I don't know, I've
Busy
not checked.
and busy.
Busy.
Probably be up
okay.
for breakfast.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can order breakfast. I'm still half asleep. Go up to the bar.
Pitching it to the bar.
Mm-hmm.
The very familiar older human female is behind the bar working. She looks up at you, eventually coming to you. Morning.
Morning. May I order a breakfast platter for me and my party?
Beef strips, scallop chowder, braised rabbit, peeled sand pork. Fancy
All
as
is
well.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and give us an order of all of it.
All of it.
So, yeah, pretty much like one of each.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no, whack on like 2 extra rabbits, would you? And did you say one was the chowder?
So 3 rabbits, 1 chowder, beef strips, and 1 pork.
Make that 2 chowder.
Okay.
Listen, just be sitting over there.
Um.
Ah, yeah, sorry.
So that would be.
Just a jug of water as well.
That would be.
Money, I'm assuming.
8 gold, 10 silver, and 5 copper.
Just go ahead and give her 9 silver and just go keep the change.
Um,
So,
excuse me.
What?
8 gold, 10 silver, and
And
5
I
copper.
gave you 9 gold.
You gave 9 silver.
You said silver.
Sorry, I meant 9 gold.
Thank you. Looks at you suspiciously.
What? I'm tired. Didn't get a good sleep last night.
You should go to bed earlier.
I know I should. Believe me, I try to. So go ahead and I'll just look back to the table and just go, right. Cheddar for Sylvial, rabbit for Toto and the dragon. Everyone
just
else,
gonna love it.
take your pick.
Meat for me. Now I'll take the meat.
I'll have a rabbit.
Wabbit.
So that leaves a chowder, beef strips, and pork.
What do you want, Van Zandt, pork or beef?
Beef.
I'll take the pork. Tetsu's gonna have to deal with the chowder.
Yep.
You snooze, you lose.
Takes a bit of time. It arrives. The chowder's sitting uneaten.
That's your food.
Is anyone going to try and wake him up?
I think Mantra
Oh,
tried.
I did try and message him. Was just snoring back. Pretty sure he heard me, just decided to ignore.
Hmm. Maybe he's just been working himself too hard with the training.
Did
I mean,
you
he
see
does
how
have a
much
reputation.
cider he had?
Or that.
Ew. Maybe we should
Was an
just bring
entire
some.
gallon.
Yeah, maybe we should bring some to the door, and maybe he will smell it. And
I don't
Are
think
you
he finished it.
Are you proposing that we lure him out with booze? Because if that's the case, Fanzan, we may as well just line up a freaking trail of shots down the stairs.
we can try.
Probably a little bit early to be drinking.
I mean, we don't know that he's actually drank it. For all we know, he's bought it as a celebratory drink for after the tournament. He does have a reputation to uphold with these.
Mm-hmm. Of course he does.
Actually, I've got an idea. Silvio, fancy waking up Tetsu? I know you've got a few tricks up your sleeve.
This is going to be fun.
And I also trust that. I trust you with Onolira.
So you see this tail wiggling around, going up the stairs.
I kind of want to watch. I'm saying that to Van Zandt and Alpha.
You be my guest, I'll not get on his bad side when he wakes up.
I need to make sure Silvio's okay. I'm going to
Again,
walk upstairs,
be
but
my
I'm going to
guest.
try hide in the shadows just to watch what's going on and hopefully not get spotted by Tetsu.
So as you watch, Seal sitting outside the door, and then begins to create a glow from its eyes, pale white.
Pale white glow.
The mantra.
Mm-hmm.
You suddenly hear. Actually, no, you don't, because it doesn't create sound. Oh, sorry. You do. All of a sudden, you hear this loud, deafening meow, and that comes right next to you as she casts Minor Illusion to create a very loud noise right next to Tetsu.
You're
Muted.
muted.
That's probably going to wake me up and make me want to hit something.
You wake up. You wake up. Literally, you just wake up. And you're like, without a doubt,
Yep.
you hear that,
Yeah.
and you just see this swagger walking towards you and looking up at you as it passes by. Head sense to this mantra.
I just do that to the cat.
Well, you
There's
can't
nothing
see,
there.
Silvio. You've barricaded the door.
Oh, the way he was describing
I would have
she's
used
not
my
in the
mage
door.
hand.
Minor Illusion.
Okay.
Created
Yeah, I would have
illusionary
used my
loud
mage hand to
roaring.
open a door. If it wasn't for the fact that I told you to barricade it. And then I'm going to sneak downstairs.
He's going to get up, get ready, and come downstairs after unlocking his door because he never actually barricaded it.
Yeah, I mean, he sleeps in his armor. He sleeps with his weapons in his hands.
Yeah. Everything that pretty much is on me at any point is on my body at any point. So, yeah, he just gets up, gives a few stretches, and then comes
Waking a
down.
monk is like basically flicking the nose of a minotaur berserk barbarian with a short temper. He's always ready.
Yep. But, cool, he just comes down the stairs.
The smell of food wafts into your nostrils as you're heading down the stairs.
He moves faster.
Oh, look
And
what
then I
the
said to the other people, I'm like, did you hear that, by the way?
Yes.
That's something.
look out!
Oh,
Look
before
what the cat
Ted says
dragged
it.
in. Finally, it awakens. I got 2.
Congratulations, I can break both of them.
You can try.
So did I miss anything?
Well, yes. We got a new assignment.
Okay.
And
We got
breakfast.
discharged. We are potentially. And then I turn it, and then I cast my message again. Due to be exiles after we leave.
Yeah, I will ask that when prying ears aren't around, but okay.
It's not a terrible thing.
Why do I think it's something Van Zandt's caused?
So I've stopped. I'm not using message now, and I'm like, usually is.
What? What is? What usually is?
Nothing, mate, don't worry about
Okay.
it. And he just... I'm guessing this was left for me then?
Yes.
See you.
So I'm not being an ignorant bastard and just stealing someone's food?
No, of course
No.
not.
You have before you
Thank you.
a luscious chowder with scallops, noodles, peppers, peas, and radishes.
Cool, he just gets stuffed in. Needs to fill that stomach.
Goes all the way up, and there's some water also available.
Yeah, he's probably just drinking from his flask a wee bit. Not again too
What-
much.
What are you drinking?
The flask that I had, and there's probably just a wee bit of cider left in it from what was left from last night.
Oh, it's refreshed, so you can use whatever you wish. Oh, you mean your thingy? you've still got like a lot of rounds
Oh,
of that
yeah.
available.
I'm only drinking a wee bit of it because I'm not planning to get fucking hammered first
It's on
thing in the
the
morning.
table.
19.
No fed. Ah, that tastes good.
Chasing the taste from last night.
You're just a social drinker.
If you want to call it that.
Someone says they'll have a drink.
I certainly won't say no
You
to a
say,
drink.
so
Miss.
shall I.
Just might not drink the same thing. So, what the hell do we plan to do?
You tell me.
No.
We've got today's mostly unplanned until about maybe 7. Did they say what time the meeting was on a reschedule? Because I know it
Midnight?
was yesterday, but that was 3 weeks ago. I think it was midnight.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it was-
I have a
Yep.
feeling it was midnight as well.
Yeah, so still have a long day to go.
Yep.
Well, we
So,
could always just go wandering and see what the fuck happens, since usually something happens to us.
So I also have the other statements. Just the humble reminder that Van Zan's note. And then I take it out of pocket. I can't remember if I had shown it to Tetsu. So basically, they're wanting Van Zan's sword. And if they don't get it before the tournament, one of our friends are in danger. Now, most of our friends are quite powerful higher ups. I don't know if you've got any friends that would be susceptible to a gag attack, other than, us directly.
Really only Rive. And he can knock me the fuck out, so I can pretty sure he can handle himself.
Even against a gang.
I could probably guarantee it.
Good to hear.
Yeah, we still need to see. So
You're still.
You've just went
Robotic
robotic again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got a sub from Rage Insane.
Thank you very much for the subscription.
Can't hear you at all now.
Me? Oh,
No, Doom.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell by the lights on Elima's headset if we hear you.
and now?
Yeah, we can hear you, and
Much
it's not
better.
robotic.
Okay.
It's good.
So quiet.
It's better than being
I can
robotic.
shout.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, it's a hype train, guys.
Woo!
Thank you for the sub.
I know.
Well, thank you.
Thanks, love.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else got a sub now?
Let me just check. Nah, don't have any, so you're on to plums.
You can use money.
Where am I pulling money for?
You know that dog you've got,
Us?
right?
See, one problem is that your channel has a tier minimum. So,
Like, I could fix that. I could fix that.
So,
Good.
are we going to wander around the city, or are we just going to stay in the bar?
I don't care.
Mm.
Do whatever
Um,
you want.
Antra?
I don't really see the point of just wildly wandering.
Mhm. Especially since we should be keeping a low profile right now. Guards will
Yes.
be on the lookout for us after all.
We do have. If it didn't seem that fast, maybe we never actually took our names. I don't know. But we do have the tournament to prepare for tomorrow. I'd
I'm
be
prepared.
tempted to just do a little bit of training. Might be a bit beneficial.
Okay then. And where do we train?
Thank you for
That's
the
all?
bits.
What?
Where are we? Where do we train? Since you have been training a lot.
Well, I've
You
been at the
can
Mm.
go-
Colosseum.
Well, we can go there.
Certainly could.
Seems as good a place as any, I suppose.
Well then, the Colosseum it is.
Okay, we're heading up there. Oh dear.
I don't like it when the DM goes just, oh dear,
It's just
I
gonna
want to
ruin
go
your
to the
plan. I'm
Colosseum.
gonna ruin your plan. That's the problem. So as you guys head up to the very northern side of the city to the Merlons, quite close to where the landing area was for the ships, where none of which you can see are in dock anymore. But as you arrive, you spot that unusually there's a lot of guard activity, and the gates to the Colosseum itself has been closed.
Oh boy.
I want to disguise self.
Do a disguise kit or a spell?
Hmm?
Do a disguise kit or a spell?
Spell. So, like, I have two. I've got disguise self, and I've got Oh, why can I not find it? This
You're
is
not referring to
annoying.
alter self, are you?
Yes, I have alter self and I have disguise self. Yeah, I'll use alter self instead of disguise self, so that I just look like a standard sort of humanoid. Well, I'll go for human.
A commoner. Okay.
Well, the one that looks kind of a bit like a mercenary because I still have my kit on me, but yeah.
So, in other words, a female version of Tetsu.
Maybe. But yeah, I'll cast Alter Self to do that to me. And I want to walk up and say, how come it's all closed? I had a
Close
training
until the
session.
tournament.
Any reason, or is it?
No, it's get prepared. I mean, there's going to be royalty in attendance. We've got to make sure everything's secure, make sure it's all good nick, give it all tidied over, and clear the mess up those bastards were training here yesterday were doing. Made a mess.
Not my fault.
Oh, that's understandable. I thought I'd be able to squeeze in a bit of training.
Remember to report towards the fields tomorrow so you can help harvest.
Help harvest.
Part of tradition.
Yes, true. I'll walk away now.
So, Mantra, what did they say?
So standard the bullshit of they have royals in attendance, so they need to basically do a clean sweep of the place and all that.
Mm.
So no training.
They also said that I need to go to the fields afterwards to harvest, but I think it's because I look a bit like a commoner.
No, It's high harvest tide. It's tradition that everybody heads to the fields to begin to help with the harvest.
Oh, I've already walked away, so I don't know.
Not
Who's
necessarily
talking,
people that just heard you. It says you must be known town.
Yes.
Yes, I'm not not normally from around here.
So you get to the farms to the northwest, to the north, and the bigger farms to the northeast. Most people go to the northeast because there's a lot more places to work there, but it's basically bringing the crops for the winter. Bye. Walks away.
Thanks.
Oh. I suppose many hands
Kind
like work.
civilian.
It's also a good workout.
Yes. True. So, any other ideas for today?
We can go help.
Well, let's say that's after. If we do it all just now, then there'll be nothing left for their traditions.
It's before, but yeah,
It's what's that?
it's before the tournament.
Oh, before.
Yes,
Mhm.
harvested during the day.
Yeah, we could
tournament's
help
evening.
out. We could help out.
Big wait! In comes carts full of hay, crops, fresh tomatoes, a whole cart full of potatoes heading in. Lots of wheat.
Is that second breakfast?
I would like to try and message to that person that had messaged me yesterday before we were arrested, just to say, are you nearby? If I don't get a response, I don't get a
No
response.
response.
It's only 120 feet and it's a big city, so I was like, well, we're at a focal point, like we're close to the cathedral, so maybe, but alright. Just off top of my Mantra's head, is it still the brands that we're to go to again, or was the place changed?
Weren't they giving us a new?
Yeah, I'm sure they were giving us a new location.
I don't know.
Nothing yet.
But they never met us at the room, so
Well, we can go help
well, yep.
for now. See
We
what
should
the...
probably head out to the fields.
Yep, I think that's best thing to do right now.
Maybe worth going
Right.
for the ones in northeast, the ones that are kind of behind the palace and the Merlons.
Who's doing that?
Oh, that was you. I assumed that you were trying to make background noise of a horse or something.
No, it's not me.
Sorry, fidgeting. I keep forgetting I don't have noise suppression.
Was that freaking fidget pop making that?
What?
Was that freaking fidget pop?
Fidget pop? What's that?
Oh, you know, like one of those like ones of the freaking button thing.
I was flicking a dice round in a dice tray.
Doing that.
I'm confused. Put me in bed. Put me to bed now.
To the fields it is then. Let's
Mhm.
go.
Yes,
Leave,
let's head.
leave me in a big pile of hay.
And as we're walking, I drop my concentration on a spell.
Outside town. Psst. Hey.
Hey?
Hey, guy on the cloak. All on your side.
I walk towards.
Can I buy some? Pulls out a few vials.
What are they?
Green flake. Devilweed.
Devilweed. In a vial.
Good for smoking.
From a vial.
Yes, you poured it in. You never had to roll it before.
We've had halfling weed.
You preferred that? I've got some of that too.
I might have some left over.
Local weed dealer.
I don't want to stay here too long. Do you want to buy anything or not?
Yeah, sure.
What?
You only got devil stuff.
I've got Dreamflake and Devilweed.
I'll try a dream flake.
10 gold.
We'll pass 10 gold.
Ups onto you. Make it
I
a
don't
sleight
hear
of
a
hand
thing.
check.
Okay. Just finding my my bonus. It's a 30.
He stumbles a little bit, creates a coin, pops it in. He just turns away and walks, leaving a vial in your hand. A little small vial. Inside is crushed up.
Okay.
It's a pale blue flakes of plant matter.
Plant matter.
Dry.
I think that'll be a custom item, yeah.
Just put Dreamflake, yep, custom item.
Small blue crushed
Plant matter.
vial of plants.
You just put narcotic and that'll
all.
work.
That's a narcotic.
Yep. Inhaled smoked narcotic.
Oh, but that'll make you sleepy.
Not quite.
I mean, to be fair,
Hello.
doesn't weed like y'all make you sleepy a little bit anyway, or gives you the munchies, one of the two.
We'll see.
Munchies.
And I'll just stash it away somewhere. I'll keep walking. Now go to I'll kind of side glance towards Tetsu and go, fancy trying some of that with me later.
Just thin slivers of dried black fungus.
Oh, so it's mushrooms.
Slightly.
How can you be so pure and yet be down for this kind of shit? I just thought that you would have said, let's put it in a pasta.
I'll be down. Sure, why the fuck not? As long as I'm fine for the fight tomorrow.
Oh, I was
around
thinking
with
about
Gameplays.
we have a day of rest after it.
It is only one dose, by the way.
Oh.
You
So
know, we
apparently
can
only
divide
one
up so that
dose.
they each get half a hit or something.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was planning that. Put it in a tea. Some mushroom tea.
It's going to make us such a fun guys, isn't it?
Mhm. That was a painful, cringy one. So yeah,
That was the whole
let's
point.
fuck on. I know.
You know, it's a bad one when you're the only one laughing at it.
And on we go.
Mantra, by the way,
Yeah.
as you're walking around, just slight agony on your hand. Very slight.
Okay.
You also see something protruding from your finger and then dripping onto the ground.
I want to have a look.
I would like you to
obviously.
add the disease effect to your character sheet, please.
A disease.
Disease.
How?
We're gonna have to get you spayed, aren't we?
I'd like you now to also make a Constitution saving throw.
I don't see a disease effect.
It's in like a condition. I think.
Yeah, I
think
don't
that is.
see one.
Is it not? Okay, that's fine.
Like, it was poisoned, but I don't see a disease.
That's fine. That's fine. Don't worry about the kind of cheap. That's fine.
So you said that I want to make a Constitution saving throw,
Please.
and I'm walking next to Van Zandt. So how much do you give me? 5? You're muted. Yeah, 5. So that is 19 plus 5 plus 4. 28.
28.
I like this dice today. It's not going to play nice for me tomorrow, but it's playing nice today.
First, I have to see a
So-
doctor.
Do I have any idea what's caused this? Was it the same hand that I grabbed this vial with?
Okay. All of you begin to notice a strange smell, not very pleasant at all, coming from Mantra.
Mantra.
The mass on the ground begins moving away and sleeps between the cracks in the ground and slips away as you deposit a grey ooze.
Mantra, I don't want to be like that person, but I think we should get you back to the inn, you know, for a change of clothes. It's like, I don't know how to back say menstrual cycles work, but I think you're going through something right now.
Is it that time I went for?
Surprise,
It's
surprise,
just-
surprise!
It's just because I can't put my finger on it, but there's a certain scent.
In addition, you also now have disadvantage on all charisma checks.
Oh no! It's one of my favourite ones. So if an 28 Constitution saving roll gets me a disadvantage on Charisma, I wonder what a fucking 2 would have done.
That was not due to the effects. The effects incubated after a certain amount of time, and you get affected by the effects. The con save is a natural prediction. A natural progression to self-curing. So some diseases can cure on their own after a certain number of saves. Does it mean?
But as for the scent, I'm going to be casting Prestidigitation a few times on myself to clean myself up and make myself not smell.
And then suddenly the smell returns. As quickly as you use prestidigitation to remove the smell persists.
But I'm clean. I don't get it.
Mantra, you smell a bit.
What's it smell like?
Smells like foaming acid dissolving metal.
Does that smell?
Smells like she's
So like an ooze.
like an acidic sort of scent that is being produced from dissolving metal.
I'm so sorry I implied you were on your Shark Week, because that is so much worse.
I'm gonna take 10 feet of distance between me and Mantra.
And the fact that Silvio has advantage on sense of smell.
Silvio is on Van Zandt's shoulder, opposite.
Hello. Nice little kitty. Yeah, I know she smells.
I don't know what's happening. I cast Prestidigitation.
Just out of curiosity, what's Toto's reaction to this smell?
Again, he's keeping a distance as well.
I like to check all of the weapons and stuff I've got on me.
What'd you grab?
I'm gonna just look through my bags and have a look through the weapons that I've got.
What weapons do you grab?
So I guess I'll look through in order because I'm intending on looking at them all.
Tessie,
So
what were you
first I
saying?
look at the bands or
band?
Silvio.
Oh.
Yeah. The necklace that I've got on. Make sure it's okay. And then I want to look at the short sword of a sanguine assassin.
Absolutely fine.
Amulet of health.
Fine.
Blue dragon claw dagger.
Fine.
+2 dagger.
Fine.
Potion of gaseous form to make sure it's not
Fine.
leaking. Gauntlets of ogre strength.
Fine.
I've got a lot of metal things on me, okay?
Anything non-magical?
I have a few things. Hang on.
Didn't you have
Small
take-
gold bracelets.
Small gold bracelet. Okay.
I'm gonna take 15 feet of distance.
Have copper wire. I have in my backpack. I have 2 normal daggers.
So as you grab that copper wire, and what hand do you hold it in?
What one's bloody?
The one you put bloody? None. I mean,
What
gooey.
one did the thing fall off of? What one's gooey?
The one you touched the puddle with.
I don't know what hand that is.
Choose. Which one did you prod with?
Right hand.
Right hand.
Yeah, so I'll hold it with my left. I'll just be. As I'm checking through, I've got a miner's pick.
Do you touch any of these objects with your right hand?
I'll touch the normal short sword with my right hand.
Blade begins sizzling really quickly, and all of a sudden, about half the blade falls off where your finger had touched it, and it just as if the goo on your finger has just eaten it away.
Lima?
This could be useful.
Can I do like a medicine check to see if
Go
I
ahead.
can work out what's causing that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
Can it be
put it in a
useful?
vial. Mantra, do you have any vials with you?
Van's on tie 5.
No.
20,
I love how you lean into the camera at that invitation as well.
21.
21. Yep, this is oozy wasting.
Okay.
It happens when somebody comes in contact with an ancient ooze near the end of its natural life. It causes the victim to exude a slime that has properties of a non-sentient grey ooze at all times, that corrodes metal and eating through 2 inches of metal within 1 round. It's also known to be a bit of a pain in the ass when it comes to using weapons. Mantra, you're for some reason still very hungry.
Mantra.
It also increases your appetite, and the creature also produces a horrible smell, which produces disadvantages on charisma saving throws. Sorry, charisma checks. And you're aware that this could eventually disappear after 6 healthy days, with over 6 successful Constitution saving throws, naturally. But if a 3 failed throws occur, a fully spawned grey ooze appears.
So
Can be cured with regular disease curing magic.
it can or it can't.
Can. Yes.
Okay. So I relay that to Mantra and the rest of them. Mantra, you're one to fight tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because to be fair, most of that doesn't actually sound that bad. But He's going to use Lesser Restoration of the Staff of Healing with 2 charges on her and remove the disease.
Good.
You don't want any locks burnt away first?
Puts him in a vial. Ah, too late. Damn it.
I don't think it'd be very useful anyway in a vial.
Your first foray into diseases. Oh, because you touched a puddle of nearly dead slime.
Why do I get the feeling that this place is just full of diseases and STDs?
Well, it was in the sewers.
Give me another medicine check, Tessa. Just with this conversation, I'd like you to
Oh,
suddenly
that's cocked.
take this into consideration.
Okay, that's not bad. It's not as great. This one is 19.
19, okay. I'll give you 4 diseases that you're commonly aware of. Acid fever. It's a possibility if you take acid damage that you could be affected with the an acid fever, which takes usually about 3 days to incubate, and boils cover the flesh and the skin, blackens and withers, and the weakens the strength modifier, and quite easily cured. Another one is called soul rot,
That
which
doesn't
is
sound good.
comes from consuming the essence or flesh of a celestial. Infection from eating a good creature of some sorts. Incubation can take nearly a week, and creates indescribable pain that worsens on every failed save. Otherwise, no visible symptoms, and reduces the maximum hit points. Eventually hit 0, will outright kill the player instantly. Character, sorry. Another one, red fever. Injury from a denizen of the plane of fire. Infection from being injured by them causes severe head pain, fever, and increased body temperature. Disadvantages on intellect, wisdom, and charisma checks. And the victim must save a wisdom save during every round or become stunned. And is quite hard to dispel. And finally, terror worm. Coming in contact with terror worms, which live in corpses of less than a week old or often in excrement, undead with terror worms can also infect any creature that they injure, which Van Zandt and Tetsu both know full well about. It's a concern that the undead like to use that to spread. Terror worms incubate parasites inside you that begins eating you alive over a course of 20 days. And coming into contact with somebody affected with terror worms can risk you also being affected. There's a variety of ways of removing them, but it's usually very difficult.
Okay. I will need you to give me a copy of that because I've only been able to get some of the information down
I'll
for each
give
of
you
them.
that later, because
Yeah.
there'll be certain bits of information here I'm reading I do not want you to know about. Things like the saving throws, etc.
Oh no, obviously. I never said right now.
That's right. So, after
I had
that,
my microphone muted.
your scent returns to normal.
Yeah, but I want to head back to where a bit dripped off of me and look to see if there's anything still on the ground.
The pavement is slightly damaged. There's a slight weird smell of a vapor flying up from the concrete.
But there's not any.
Disappeared.
Cool.
An idle drip.
I just wanted to make sure no one else could get it.
Well, there you go. You can fight in the tournament tomorrow and not have to worry about only fighting with one hand.
I mean, I could fight with both hands. My hand didn't seem to damage flesh.
I mean, to be fair, she'd win hands down if she had a touch of death.
I don't think
But I've
exactly
got
she wants to kill her sister.
Yes, I
But
would
still,
want to-
though,
seriously injure my sister.
I didn't mean kill, more like a
Maim.
tactful surrender.
Where are we heading now?
Harvesting.
Harvest. Okay, you head out through the eastern gate, past the slums, along the road, and then just before you come towards the river, you come across the fields to the north, which is buzzing with activity.
Might as well just look for whoever seems like they're given charge.
So how long would you like to spend time helping harvest?
Few hours.
Birds?
Yep.
You're rounded up by people who are looking for more volunteers, and you're all directed off in different directions away from each other. Some of you, particularly Tetsu and Vanson, are carrying crates full of stuff on to load on the back of the carts. Alva and Mantra are picking and brushing dirt off of some of the potatoes and all the other crops, and this goes on for maybe about a couple of hours. You all get profoundly dirty.
I cast Unseen Servant and have it working away. And I'll just sort of stand and go, are we not supposed to use our magic?
Just do what we want as long as we can meet our quota for the day. Thank you.
And I take a crate. Work, work, work.
And I couple the Unseen Servant with my mage hands. So I'm just sort of staying back and not touching it, going, I'll get my claws damaged.
Someone passes you and splashes mud all over you.
No.
Yes.
And now the argument is nullified. Again.
Just agitation. You caused me a few seconds of work there. I need to concentrate on all this.
It's not you working.
It is.
It's your magic, not you.
Put your back in it.
Going faster
I
than most of
am.
the people around here.
So, there's a good honest day's labour for the first time for all of you. Arms and legs a bit sore, but you feel a little bit tougher. A bit more jolly about how well you've done. Many people stopped for to begin eating their rations. Everybody's eating away, having their food, drinking. Carts coming by, with ready to load up to store things. More carts coming to town from outside. It's definitely busy, but pace is going. So it's been a couple of hours, and you've had a break. So you can, for those who have the benefit, you can do a short rest. Anything else you guys want to do?
Well, roughly what time are we looking at?
It's about midday,
And it's about...
So I've got 12 hours to burn.
about noon-ish.
Oh, I don't mind helping out for a while more, especially since we don't really have much
All the way
to
to the evening.
do. Well,
Well,
don't
we still haven't had a... There you go.
no, I was just going to say, I know you had some meeting that we were going to go to. So I was just going to say we could always just stay here until a wee bit beforehand and then fuck off to do that.
Yeah, so we've still not really heard of a meeting place or point. I'd be tempted to slip off and walk past the old meeting point to see if anyone's around there. And then just sort of casually eye it out and head back to the fields.
You arrive. No reaction. Nobody. Looking odd. Nobody seems to be paying attention to you. As you come back, there is a bit of paper with a rock on top of it, back where near one of your spots where you're working before.
Okay. I'll lift the rock and have a look. I'll discreetly lift the paper. I'll make it look like I'm just picking up a veggies and stuff.
As you open it, time's up.
Any signatures or
Nothing. Except
just time's up?
a red splash of blood.
I wonder whose blood. So, would the other party members be working within 120 feet of me?
You do spot Alpha working in the same field as you.
So, I'll lift a bit of copper and I'll message Alvaville. I got a note saying time's up with a drop of blood. We should probably see everyone's okay.
Can I go ahead and take a look around to see if I can get eyes on Tetsu and Van Zandt?
Make a perception check.
That is a 24.
You see them. Both loading together a very large crate.
Work.
Am I able to respond back to Mantra?
Yep.
Got eyes on the boys.
I'd like to have a look around, see if I can see any of the other people we know. Because I know if Nyx is taking part, she might do some work. Echo, not sure if he'd be just cheating with magic as well.
I mean, to be fair, we haven't seen him the last couple of sessions. I assumed that he'd moved.
Yeah.
What's the perception check?
Pretty good. 26.
No one that you've seen around seems to be hurt or injured. There's a few people that, I've cut myself on a sharp rock sort of thing, but there's no one around that seems to be hurt or worried, or anybody that seems to have concerned yourself with.
Gonna cast Message to Alvaville again. Something doesn't seem right.
In what way?
It's either a trap or some form of warning. Like maybe someone has been hurt or they want us to panic.
You sure it's even blood? Like blood from something sentient.
I'll inspect it some more.
Medicine check.
Shall I roll to
No, I did hear you
investigate?
said medicine check.
A medicine check. Okay. 5.
It's red and dry.
Whatever it is, it's dry.
Goopy blood? Not sure.
Okay. Let's see.
I want to look at the stone that I had lifted, the rock, see if there's any impressions on it.
It was a rock that seemed to be just lying around that was used to weigh it down. You can give me an investigation check if you expect the rock of the area around.
Yeah. And I ain't using that dice.
The one that just gave you a 5.
Yeah. Considering I have a modifier, the 5 was a 2 on a dice, so that's better. My investigation is 31.
31, okay. With that, nothing interesting about the rock, but you see a footsteps that came from the south and head away from the south. They were there possibly about 10 minutes before you came back.
And they headed north afterwards.
Back south again. From south to north
Back
to north to
south.
south.
I have tracks. Can you bring the boys?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and I'll whistle over to the guys. Just waiting with them to come over.
I presume with a passive perception of 24, I can hear that.
That was message that I already whistled. Yeah.
Yeah. Van Zandt, it looks like we're getting summoned by the girls.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
that doesn't bode well.
Let's see what they want.
Okay, I'll follow.
As you all come together.
I point out the tracks and I show the message. Effectively, just I pass it to Van Zandt.
Oh, look.
I can still hear you, so I like grab my can, but yeah,
Nice
I'm
butt.
still here. Thanks.
There goes
So-
my channel.
No, I can. That was
It's just an
We
ox
saw the
quack.
curves. We saw the curves.
okay. Well, now it is because you pointed it out.
That's alright, I was planning to start streaming to YouTube soon anyway.
And you think YouTube's gonna allow this?
Anyway, I point out the footsteps and stuff.
Well, maybe.
And I pass the note to Van Zandt with the blood and stuff on it.
Time's up.
It just says it's time, or time's up.
And a bit of red
Time's up.
splash or something on the paper.
Well, they lied, that's for sure. But well,
I think we should follow.
Yeah.
lead the way.
Who's good at... What skill is it to follow tracks? It's survival, right?
Mm.
Survival,
Yeah,
survival.
survival skills, but I did notice the tracks quite definitively with my
You know
high
tracks speed doesn't
investigation.
mean you know what the tracks are and how to...
Or what way they're fully going, yeah.
Like, I have a good survival modifier, so if we want,
Yeah,
I
me
can...
too.
Yeah,
yours?
fancy following them. Well, you just know if it's good. If your survival skills are good.
Sure, let's... Joe, I roll as well. We both roll 1.
Yeah, sure. There's 24.
29.
Okay, the 29. These tracks belong to a female. human, medium-sized.
Well, it's human female, about a waver size-ish.
The shorter. Probably a bit
A
similar
wee
to
bit shorter.
Alva more.
That's what I said, a waver.
Oh, I thought you said Van's outside there.
No,
Sorry.
a waver. I'll just start following them if I can see them.
Come on, and there's still a little bit of matter left on the mud, on the pavement, but as the tracks continue, they fade and fade and fade and vanish. You get as far as the Merchant Square.
I have an idea where we might be.
Okay.
Lead on,
So
almighty tracker.
remember where we found the first notes? We were in some form of alley with a barrel where I normally leave a note if I'm in town.
It's the same barrel that your sister would leave supplies in.
Not this one. She would leave supplies in somewhere more innocuous.
Well then.
But yes, we should go to where said contact works. It's probably best shot.
Well, lead the way.
It's probably that person that was taking the hit. But yeah, I lead them to where my known contact should be.
You find the alleyway, and you come to the point of your message drop-off.
Okay. Do we see anyone, anything around?
Perception check for me.
Standing out? It's a natural 20, so that is 28.
No more than the usual people that seem to be just commoners walking, coming, going, using the alleyway to walk through. Some do look at you, puzzled, but nothing suspicious.
Okay.
You do have a frustration of looking down the ground. You do see spots of blood trail of foot tracks that come from, oddly enough, a direction that you're not quite sure of. It does lead out of the alleyway. It's a drip
We
of
should
blood.
follow that.
Looks like it's something that's been dropping off of a blade.
We should probably follow that. Can we tell what way it's going? I want to see what way it's coming from.
Because
And follow
survival check.
that. Fuck. I only have +2 to that, so that's 4. You're muted, Tetsu.
Do you point that out to everyone else?
Yeah, I was pointing it out.
With your pre-existing survival check, you begin following back, tracing that back, and this leads all the way back to the stuffed ship.
Uh-oh.
The what?
Shit.
Stuffed ship.
Stuffy ship.
That's
Stuffy
our
ship.
place.
Yeah.
I'll go in and keep following.
Blood trail stops. Quite busy.
Okay.
Strange. Everybody seems to be alive here.
Yeah, so far.
Can I go out back out the door and look where the blood trail stops and look up the wall to see if there's any windows above it?
Give me a perception check. Or investigation. Perception or investigation, your choice.
Makes no difference to me, they're both the same. Okay, that's great. That is a 28 for that one.
See a little bit of blood just dribbling a little bit down the windowsill of a slightly open window. That window looks to be like Van Zand's
Van Zandt,
Yes?
do you still have your key?
Yes.
Let's go up to your room,
Why?
because the blood trail's leading into your room.
Oh, fun. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. But wait, if the blood trail is going to my room, we might need a witness to come with us.
He does have a
Maybe
fair
not.
point.
Go grab one of the tavern keepers or someone.
Someone that's not drunk?
That's why I said a tavern keeper.
Yes.
Ask them if they have any cleaning staff or whatever. Let's see. But then, even asking for a witness to come with is suspicious.
Well, we're following tracks.
I mean, we could always say, like, we suspect the room's been broken into. Would like someone to come with us.
Or we can say we found blood tracks on the outside.
I'm just gonna go to the bar.
You head up to the bar, and there's a lot of frustrated people.
What? Why people pissed off?
They seem to be impatient.
Do a perception check for the wee tavern woman.
Good.
That is an 18.
No sign of her.
I'm gonna hop behind the counter. Before I do that, does it look like the way into the kitchen is behind the counter, yeah? Or is that a different entrance?
There is a door, but it's not a full door, it's like a window that goes into the thing.
Okay, I'm just
So
gonna...
say, get back! Go to the queue, man!
I'm trying to find out something. Give me a minute.
Get to the queue!
Well,
Been
is there
working my
someone...
ass off all day, I'm hungry.
Is there someone behind the bar?
No, they're busy.
Well then, I'm trying to find out where she is.
Well, you can find out after I get my food.
Then the sooner I find her, the sooner you're gonna get your food.
I'm gonna just walk towards Fanzan's room anyway.
So, as you head up, you head straight to the door.
Well, I'll head into the hallway and I'll glance at the door before approaching it to see if it looks bashed in at all.
Perfectly fine from just a passive investigation.
Then I want to... Is there anyone about?
Few people walking around, but it oddly enough does get quiet every now and again.
Have I seen anyone else working here other than that one dwarven person?
You think around the corner there's somebody probably servicing some rooms, but more or less quiet. Everybody's downstairs. Or elsewhere.
Because
You
I'm
do-
tempted to
You do hear from
disguise
your passive
self
perception,
as someone
you're probably hearing some fun time in another room, but
fun. So yeah, I disguise self as a sort of service worker or someone that kind of works there, just not a cleaning staff. Just so it looks like I belong here. And I go up to Van Zan's door and start looking into the lock.
you peek into the lock, you don't... What's your perception? Check.
The last perception check I rolled, or did I re-roll?
Make a new one in.
Because it was like a really high roll,
But yeah,
my
wasn't
last one. So
When you look through, you can't see anything from here, but the window is open on the opposite end.
okay.
Strange.
I try the handle. Locked.
Locked.
Okay. I'll wander back downstairs. Dropping the disguise self as I go because I don't want to look like I work here when there's this many angry people. So guys, Vanzan's door's still locked, but the window's open.
Okay.
That doesn't
I
bode
don't know if
well.
that's any use.
Do
Yes.
I hear any noise coming from the kitchen as if someone is cooking? Like a saucer or pots and shit
You
utensils.
can't get a good sight on it because there's about 30 people in front of you.
Okay, I'm just gonna get past them. I'm just gonna get to an area that looks clear and just top over the bar to try and get a look in that window.
You can't find a way through this. You would actually have to force people aside.
Okay, I'm gonna do so then.
Okay, can you give me an attack roll, please?
So that just because I'm not trying to actually hit anyone. I'm doing an unarmed strike, so I'm not using my staff or anything. So it is an 18.
18 to shove, okay. Oh no, sorry, shove is a contested strength, athletics, back isn't it?
Something like that.
What'd you choose?
Uh,
Use the dice roll and add the modifier.
yeah, I'm gonna use my acrobatics.
I'm gonna put this as a skill check, really, more than anything against.
That's fine.
Not against odds. You're going against a crowd, and it's going to be very.
That's
hard.
fine.
Go ahead.
So what do you want me to work it
So
as?
whatever your roll was, add your athletics or acrobatics.
Okay, I'm going acrobatics, so that's a 19.
19. You can't work your way through, and you start to jostle, and you get jostled back as well.
Okay,
And
I'm
there's
just
about
gonna.
four people turn around and yell at you.
See if I'm seeing
Cool.
that as I come down. I'm going to one more time with effort disguise self, and then I'm just going to act like I belong, and I'm just going to go move aside. I need past. Come on. I'll get to you in a second. Sorry about your wait.
As you get to the counter,
Mm-hmm.
a mid 50s woman with silver hair, green eyes appears with a tray full of food. Right, there you go. There you go. Look, I'm overworked today. I'm very sorry. Our innkeeper's there.
The innkeeper's what?
She's there, but seems to be overworked, as usual.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, because I made myself look like the innkeeper, so this might be awkward.
She hasn't noticed you. Yeah, she's still working away and serving customers.
Just play the
Okay.
mirror game. If she does notice you.
I want to.
You want to?
So Tetsu's putting some
Sorry.
effort into this. It's kind of. So I'm going to cast message on Tetsu quickly and say, "Innkeeper's here. She's alive." But I'm disguised as her. So. Oh yeah. See, when I was disguised self, would the party members have thought I was the innkeeper or me?
Isn't there like an intelligence roll or something to discern for disguise?
If you
Disguise
suspect.
self.
If you suspect.
I probably would suspect because the fact
Insight
at this
check.
point I'm thinking. Let's see.
Against mantras.
Uh,
So it has to be an investigation.
okay, so that makes no difference here because I've got good investigation. That's a 23.
Yeah, you know it's me. because you only had to beat a 16 because it's my spell save DC.
Okay. That's fair. So you said you used message, right? Or did you not?
Yeah, I used message to Tetsuo to say, by the way, the innkeeper is here, she is alive, just very busy.
Okay. Good. That's at least one thing. Try and not get caught.
If I drop the disguise just now, people in the queue would know I'm up to something. So I'm just going to walk round the back.
Yeah.
It's a question about
And-
disguise self. Can you not just drop bits of the disguise?
Not really. So I walk into the kitchen. Is everyone in there really busy?
There's nobody in here.
Oh, so the innkeeper was working himself.
Oh, poor.
But before, I think the kitchen made stuff. The innkeeper went and grabbed it. So,
Toto is sniffing up the stairs. You've just noticed Oliver. He's disappeared upstairs. He's sniffing near Van Zand's door.
Go ahead and use a charge of speak with animals then. What do you smell?
Blood. That's human blood. No, elf blood.
You get a gauge of how long it's been here for, or how much this blood is in there. Can you smell anything else?
Yes. We should open the door.
Why? Can you smell?
I'd rather not say.
I'm gonna need you to tell me, Toto, otherwise I'm not opening that fucking door.
He begins pawing hard at the door now.
Okay. Go fetch Tetsu first. Or wait a minute, are you already at the door?
He walks over to the balcony and puts his paws up and goes. Stops down. Walks back.
waiting on Van Zandt, to be fair, I didn't want to kick down the door.
Yeah. Same here.
I was ready to open the door ages ago, but
But everybody's being very coy about opening the door.
How do I
no,
get
everyone's
wood for
waiting
it?
on Van Zandt's.
It's my door.
Yeah, so hurry the fuck up.
Yeah, easy.
Van Zandt's just being very coy, even though we effectively don't need to play as much by the rules. If we
See
see
if I
things, they
open the-
trust us.
See if we open this door and it turns out that it's just a mental night going very, very wrong, I'm going to be very pissed. Because Toto can smell something other than blood, and I'm betting at least, like, 5 gold that it's jizz.
I'm gonna unlock the door and open it.
Okay. Door opens. Without any problem.
So it's in there then.
I don't know. Are you going in?
Of course, I'm going in.
As you enter in passive perception, there's a mess of blood all over your bed, with a blade sticking through it, and in the blade is a head.
Cool.
With a dark brunette, long hair, high elf. The head belonging to Finder Bedir. Mantrapon, recognizing the face immediately, recognize this as the historian that was in charge of the Mercador Museum.
Well, I was still in the kitchen, but I can head upstairs and see.
Okay.
Well, I know I was there, so I probably would have been able to work
You,
out.
do you all recognize him.
Yeah.
The Mantra would immediately recognize him from Keymind.
Well, I
Oh,
Close the door gently.
we are fucked. We are fucked.
No,
All meaning of the word
no,
fucked.
no. I'll close the door. Who has his bag of holding with him?
I
You're
do,
gonna
but
have to fit that entire room in that bag of fucking holding.
No. Prestidigitation or something like that. Clean the room, put the head in the bag. Problem solved.
to be fair, if anyone's fucked here, it's probably more going to be me, because that was the last thing we did there was I tried to break into the museum.
That's on you. But let's make the head go poof.
I'm taking that as a confession, but we're gonna have to deal with this later.
Oh,
That
you
sounds right. We've got
you
to
never
cover this
found?
up.
Oh,
I was there
What?
with you, Petsu.
I know you did.
So, put the head in the bag, prestidigitation the place, and all is good.
Do we recognize the dagger that's sticking on the head, or is it just like a
It is
generic?
short sword, very generic.
Okay.
Just to also finish on the description, there is a string with a letter on it.
Okay. Since it seems like I'm going to be the one lifting the thing, I'm going to have a look at the note. Because why the fuck not?
You open it up and it has an emblem, Ruby Cartel.
I don't think I would recognize that. So
You also
I'll just...
see another symbol to be a pink, very slender triangle. And then you also notice an abstract image of a horse head.
Are
And
you
a
telling me
new
that we've been
date.
godfathered?
A new date. Not a date. Yeah, towards it says a date, which says Cell Day, the 1st of Marpinoff, which is in 2 days.
If I head up the stairs, do I recognize the triangle logo?
It's a unicorn.
Yeah, do I recognize the logo?
It's not really the thingy. Yeah, it's the
Pink
cartel
triangle.
emblem. The triangle is a unicorn.
Uh-huh.
Unicorn as in Thea's deity unicorn?
Mantry, upon recognizing, you recognize exactly what that represents.
Yeah, that's why I was asking. What does it represent? Because it's not quite the Elinari symbol, but it's close.
It's the other unicorn symbol that you are very tied towards.
It's pink.
The Elven deity.
Your tavern.
Pink unicorn.
Oh, my tavern.
You're telling me that one of your staff did this?
No,
They
I
probably
believe
tar-
my tavern is a threat.
Hmm.
But why are they targeting me? It's not me, it's got a weapon.
They're targeting each of us one by one. Because, think about it. He wasn't involved with, like, Yellow Van Zandt directly. Last person to try and interact with her was Tetsu. You're next. Then me. Then Van Zandt.
And then me.
Question is, though, who's vulnerable at your tavern?
Maybe the entire tavern.
No, they
Will you
wouldn't
burn it?
target the
No.
entire tavern. Divide and conquer. They're going to go for one person.
Or they burn the place down.
I have one person that I trust to run the entire place. It's very few people I actually trust.
Can they look after themselves? And when was the last time you heard from them?
I've not heard from them since I've left. I've tried to send a message. The message got blocked.
We're going to have to try and find them then. Before they follow through with this threat. Because
Your volume
if
keeps dropping and going.
Sorry, it's because I keep like yelling me with pain. But here's my theory. They clearly had to transport her from the museum to here. They're not going to wait around and then get whoever's at your tavern to bring them here and send a message. They've already got their targets here somewhere secured, waiting to bump them off, as and when we can
Or
do what they want. So I propose try and track them down, hit them at the source, free any hostages that they've got. Because think
well,
about
they've
how
not.
many days worth of travel is it between here and Mercador? How many days worth of
They've not
travel is it?
said. The thing is, they've not said where to drop it off, have they?
I'm assuming the Yellow Meadow.
No, that's a different group.
Yeah. The Yellow Meadow are the good guys.
So
Where's the
they've not
last
really
place
said
then?
where to drop it off. I think the last place was where my trusty contact is. Who I think they have him as well. I'll have them. Because mysteries aren't going.
Exactly.
I try to get people that are neutral and not affiliated with any of the groups. If I was to have someone I can trust. But usually the neutral people tend to be slightly affiliated with all of the groups, just for disguises and protection.
Even a shadow is seen at least twice a day.
To what?
Even a shadow can be seen once or twice a day. So whoever you've got entrusted, they've been found in some way.
Well, the person I've entrusted should still be in the tavern running the place.
And if they're not,
I wouldn't like to think about that because I'd imagine the tavern, considering it's one of the few places that actually is, was, it was outskirts of Dosh, allowed to
Well-
legally run adventurers' bounties and whatnot.
well, think of it this way,
Um,
Mantra. You haven't been able to contact them. Who would be underneath them that you could get in contact?
But the problem was the message didn't go. I still have the message.
Try sending the message again then, or to somebody else that'd be working in the tavern about now.
I pass the message to Alvavor and say they wrote on the back of my message they already know I was trying to contact them. They would have read this message.
So.
A message that I passed to Alvavor. I just sent it in a group chat. Lucindo.
So what are
But
we going
since
to
I've
do?
sent it to a party, I'll read it out loud. Dearest Lucindo, I hope this makes you well and that yourself and other staff members and patrons are okay. I know we've not contacted since my departure following a wedding. How is everyone? I hope your perished front hasn't caused too much distress or taken too many lives. As a second to this, does our tavern and my estate still stand? If so, I hope you have taken shelter within. There should still be funds available for all of your salaries. Please speak to ECNI if there are any problems. Hopefully some infiltrator has not yet closed that account. Nothing is true. Everything's permitted. So that's a letter I just passed to Alvaville with it back saying to take it to the same place, take the weapon to the same place. I think it was midday today, effectively.
Okay, so.
So this names two people. So they would either go for Lucindo or Isane.
Yeah, but if they're targeting your tavern, they can see who works there and target anybody that's there. So,
I mean, out of the two,
Well,
who's more likely to be captured?
the tavern was a slightly fortified place full of adventurers. Most people are too scared to enter with ill intent. But people sleep sometimes.
hmm
Some people are quite potent there, so I can't really think off the top of my head. But considering Isane can help control the funds, that might be a valuable one. That I would say. But there is also the fact that, I did write to Lucindo.
well, first things first, we need to clean up this room before anybody comes knocking at our door and opening it. Seeing a dagger in the head and a bloody room. And we are
We
not
should just
shouting.
report it.
To who? Well, we can always tell Sir Lewis. He knows about it.
Would we be able to find Sir Lewis before someone else finds it?
Well, Sir Lewis is out of town. Oh no, tomorrow he would be back from... But we can't keep the room locked till tomorrow, so...
We can try
I
follow
bet.
the blood trail the other way, but I don't know. If we follow the blood trail the other way, the trail probably might have gone cold by now.
Yeah.
You say that.
But I
Tozo,
would like to
can
try.
you still follow this trail?
Yeah, I would like to try anyway. As for the dead person, I'll clean what I can with prestidigitation for now, but it would be tampering with a crime scene.
Wait a minute, actually. Is there any sign of the rest of the body, since that's just the head?
No idea. Don't
Mess
see
with
anything.
DM?
Just ahead.
We're gonna have to find the rest of her.
Him.
Yes.
He was
Sorry, the long hair, it threw me a little bit. I'm trying not to look.
Majority of people in this world are long-haired.
We should I?
You know what? It is a female. I'm gonna apologise.
Also good. Okay, so
Okay.
clean the room, put the head in the bag, and go hunt for tracks.
Do we want to mess with the crime scene?
Why don't
Well, let's think of it logically. They see a crime scene in the problematic paladin's room with the band of mercenary vigilantes. What do you think's gonna happen? Go ahead and put the silver bracelets on me now.
Yeah, but why would I kill somebody in my own room and put a dagger?
We've done weirder things before.
True. But
what we could always do is contact Lionsbane, say there's been an incident in one of the rooms we were staying in. He seems to be more likely to listen to our word.
Yes, that is a good
Magic,
idea.
can you contact Lionsbane with your
Probably
message?
not from here.
I can get there fast if we want.
We're gonna have to do something though so that the smell doesn't attract housekeeping.
I'm going to use prestidigitation to try remove the scent.
And now
Housekeeping.
they come knocking.
Later, please.
I'm busy. Can't you hear it? Make groaning sounds. Quick. Go ahead.
We don't need groaning sounds.
Yes.
She'll be more likely to leave if she thinks that people are We're having sex.
No,
Nobody.
as I said, just say later.
Please tell me we can hear her walking along to the next room with the lemon pledge.
Probably not.
But
I don't know. Never got a reply from the DM.
Exactly.
yes, start answering us.
I'm listening. You don't say DM. Question. You just say question, and I don't know if it's.
We're
correct.
asking if she's walking along to get to do the next room, or if she's still outside.
That question I'm actually not yet ready to answer. I'm actually in the process of checking something.
Because we did say something and there was no response, so we were kind of waiting.
I'm gonna take the bed and start moving it so it makes a squeaking sound.
No, you don't need to make a squeaky sound.
Make a
Valentine.
performance check.
Oh, performance check. I can do that.
I was just saying later, please. We're having a bit of a meeting.
Ah. Oh, that's a 26. Yes, 26.
Just mind your time. The horse a hyena. Bye.
So what?
What? But
You
where?
You heard it walk. You heard steps walk away.
That was
Something
the
about a horse
housekeeping, was it?
Something about a horse and a hyena.
That was a prostitute, wasn't it?
I have no idea.
Well, do we want me to go see if I can try and get a guard to our lion's bane?
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
get a guard. I think we need Lion's Bane himself.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone want to come with me so I'm not by myself in case someone tries to
I
nab
will.
me?
I can keep up. Can you keep up with me? That's the question.
I can move consistently. You need to stop a turn to be able to move as fast as you do.
Oh, I mean, I can
Mantra.
consistently move.
Sorry. Banzan, in your ear,
Hi.
you hear horse and a hyena. Don't be late and bring your gift. Same voice.
Oh, they want to bring the they want the horse and the hyena, and they want my sword. Ah, well, they can stuff the sword where I think stuff it. They're not getting it.
Microphone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's went robotic again, mate.
It's fun.
That's all we have time for tonight. I'm gonna call a little bit early today. But next week we should be still in action unless I'm in hospital again, because I am expected to return to hospital soon for some further surgery, because this is not all run done with just yet. But if we're not live by 10 past, 4 past 8 next week, remember we have a Discord. I'll drop in notes to let you know if the session's going ahead or not. But until then,
Bye all.
good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Oh.
It's that robot voice of Sand.